That's what I was getting to.
Was that too loud?
It was. I think you turned it down.
Yeah, it was for sure.
Better now.
What was it?
It was that it was such a weight or a burden that you were carrying. You carry for so long, and anytime you get in the car, you're just like, dude, I'm taking a risk. Especially if you've been drinking or you're riding dirty or something like that. Yeah.
Dude.
And then anytime a cop anytime I would visually see a cop, even if it was going the other way, I'd tighten up and be like, oh man.
I think everybody does that shit.
Dude. Yeah. But when you got warrants, baby, it's a little different.
That's true.
Yeah.
I ride every day like it's why I have warrants.
I'll tell you what, the older I've continued to get, I just get slower and slower at driving.
Welcome to the 2.5 Amigos podcast. Today we have a special guest. He has dodged us a couple times, but for now he is here.
He just won.
Devo and the boys from our league, the No Show League.
That is right. That is right. My apologies for dodging you guys.
Well, hey, things
life
come up.
happens,
we get it,
but I get it. Just putting it out
so, there. So, since you did dodge us, and your excuse was your excuse was you didn't feel that good. Mm-hmm. We got you a card.
Oh, that was very thoughtful of you. Is this a get well soon?
It is.
Get well soon.
Get well soon.
Yes.
Nice.
From the 2.5 Amigos, hope you feel better. Albert, half the amigo. Got it.
That is Albert.
Amigo number 1, Mark. And hey, man, I was really worried. Glad you got our brother Scott. Yes, that would be the other. Well, thank you. This will go up actually in my office at my house.
Nice.
So I can be reminded of how thoughtful you guys are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
We tried. Yeah, we wanted to make sure you were okay. So
the holidays sometimes gets very stressful.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Did you guys do any traveling for the holidays?
Yeah, I did. I went to Yuma.
Mexico?
Yeah.
Right.
You got it.
Is that not a running
It
joke?
is.
That's
It
a
is.
running joke. Right.
I love Yuma. Not much going on out there.
So,
it's
for
not.
our audience who doesn't know you, do you want to give us a little bit of background just so they know who you are, or maybe just dive in your world a little bit?
Just say what. Yeah, just talk a little bit about you.
About me. Let's see. Born and raised in Redlands, California. I am 1981 baby, so I am 30. What is that? 7 now.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hit 30, it's just like whatever.
It doesn't matter.
down
It
Our
just keeps
audience
going
doesn't
up.
know math, so don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
It's true.
I'm currently working, actually, same company as Mark. We're working in the
Nice.
finance
Financial world.
or real estate. Yeah.
World.
Yeah. I grew up playing soccer pretty much my whole life. I would say that's my number one passion, other than being a father. I'm the oldest of 3. Got a younger brother, younger sister. I got out to Arizona by way of my son's lovely mother relocating out here and me following suit. And then I met the 3 of you guys at Chase, and what was that? We were just talking before this
Or
about
a
8
big
years
box
ago.
bank.
Yeah, whatever you
It
want to
is.
call it.
It's okay. None of us are still there,
Yeah,
so
it doesn't matter. Yeah, what are they going to do?
That is funny. Who lasted the longest? Was it Scott?
Dave.
Yeah.
That was me.
No, Dave will.
But Dave is the longest.
Dave is
Yeah,
the longest.
Dave
So
probably
fun.
will end there.
It's funny. It's so funny how it
end
comes
there.
full circle and how I met Dave at Cal State San Bernardino in college when we were playing soccer, right? So I was a junior when he was a freshman,
Oh, damn.
and he came into college. He probably weighed 100 pounds. He had,
still does.
Yes,
Still does.
he had hoop earrings.
Wet. He weighs 100 pounds wet.
Wait a minute.
Both
Wait a
of
minute.
them. Both of them.
Really?
Yes.
Not gauge. They were just hoop.
Just hoop. Just hoop.
Really?
Yeah, probably got them from the
Were there
local
like
Mervyn's.
beads and shit in them or what?
No. Just a normal hoop. No
Hey,
real thickness.
I
to
used
it.
to do
Nice.
that. I used to do that.
I will admit I did too.
I did it.
Many more years
Yeah.
prior to when I met Dave, and Dave was
The,
rocking.
the Michael Jordan hoop earrings, or the one?
Yeah.
I guess that's what
well,
be the.
Michael rocked one.
Just
Dave
the
had
one.
both.
Yeah,
So
I had both,
coming
too.
from Utah, and
that's weird.
What was it? That was 2001.
That was already
Coming from
done.
Utah, I'm not really sure what the implications were.
All right, guys.
You just now started filming.
I just fucked up.
Okay.
What the fuck, this
Dude,
guy?
The audio.
What did he do?
Every time. I didn't
This
He
is
did
new.
it
This
at
doesn't
the audio.
happen.
What does
Normally
he do?
fucks up the
He
video.
hasn't started the audio.
Oh, so you couldn't hear shit?
No,
No,
so he hasn't been
we gotta do it all
recording
over
anything.
Like, except for the video.
You know what? No, I can fix this.
Yeah, you can fix the video.
How can you fix? What
I
do you
can
mean?
fix the audio later. Yep.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
And I can edit all this shit.
That you did that, and then, well, that's
No,
good.
I
Makes
can
it
do it.
more
I can
makes
do
it
it.
more legit, I guess.
Man, I like that.
I can figure it out.
Okay.
Makes it
All
more
right.
real.
All right.
Yes.
That AV guy's fired, by the way.
So,
Get rid of
Our
him.
audio
Get
guy
rid of
is
him.
gone.
Goddamn
so
intern.
Dave was from
Gone.
Utah?
You
So
sit
Dave-
you sit there and fucking don't talk.
Oh, that reminds
You
me.
gotta be real.
Some of the people that work
Some of the
for you.
interns.
Yeah.
So Dave is from Utah.
Dave is from Utah.
Oh,
Yes,
that explains
yes,
a lot.
Yes. Now his whole family lives out. Not whole family. His immediate family's all out here in
Oh, good.
Arizona.
Yeah, that's right.
They
Yeah.
escaped. They
So
escaped.
so back to when I first met Dave in college, he short, still short,
Yeah.
still very thin, had 2 hoop earrings, and had like spiky hair that was like kind of faded, and it was red. He colored it red. So here comes
in
this
the hoop,
kid.
in the hoop earrings.
Yes, and being
my
born and
God.
raised in California, that look just wasn't in.
No.
So when he came to the first training session, I remember looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy? Keep in mind, another dear friend of mine that year was a kid from Montana. So I had a good friend from Utah, Dave, and then a kid from Montana, Blair. And Blair was equally as kind of unique. When I first met him, I was like, fucking Christ. But, you know, through sports, you bond and
Right.
and build a rapport. And Dave and I have been friends ever
That's what I was
since.
gonna say. So ever since then, you guys became really good
Yeah,
friends.
2001.
yeah.
What was that, 17 years?
Yeah, yeah. And,
Crazy.
Wow.
And he moved over here to Arizona.
Prior to me moving out here.
Oh, prior to you
Yeah,
moving.
my brother had been out here going to school at Arizona ASU, and then
Stop it. Goddamn laugh
Yeah.
track. Turn the laugh track up. Can't hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
and then Dave came out here shortly after my brother, and then had been out here for quite some time before I came out here.
Oh, okay.
And then once I came out here, Dave was working. He was doing like the books, almost like he was working as like a CPA and accountant internally for a company, and I could have sworn they installed like dishwashers at the like different restaurants.
Oh, okay.
They provided different types of like paper towels and utensils and shit like that. And so he was working there, and I'd go and meet up with him for a beer or something. He just seemed miserable. I'd been at Chase at that point, you know, with you guys all on the same team.
Ah, that's how you got
You
him on
know,
board.
and then I was like, dude, you got to come over here, man. It's unbelievable. And then
Yeah,
look at him
right.
now, the fucking only guy standing.
He is the
we've
only
all-
guy standing.
we've all
Everybody from our old team is gone.
So he graduated with finances.
Well, he left school a little early,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and then, but yeah, I don't think he actually went. I don't know. I'm not sure if he went back and finished.
Okay.
But yeah, he was going to school in business
For business, yeah.
for
There
actually
you go.
for accounting.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then when he worked in California, which that kid was a really hard worker, he did accounting type duties for the real estate company that he was working at,
Oh, okay.
and had done
Nice.
it for quite some
Okay.
time.
Oh, okay.
So he knew it, he knew what he was doing. And then after he left that real estate company in California, he went to a vitamin company. Was there for like 2 years doing the same thing, doing the accounting, and then that's when he came out to
Okay.
Arizona.
It's Arizona.
Yeah.
So officially, we'll call it cooking the books.
Wow, that's-
Nice.
as you guys grow your businesses, you may want to lean on little Davey
Yeah,
there,
no,
get a little
no
creative
shit,
for
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Very
you're
nice.
right.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Who you love, Dave? Who Dave beat in the playoffs?
Me,
Was that you? That's right.
yeah,
That's you.
yeah.
Dave, he creeped up. He was at the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
did, motherfucker.
He's always like that.
Yeah, he is. You're right.
Earlier, you mentioned you were playing soccer in
I did.
UCLA. What do you think of the Phoenix team that could potentially
Phoenix Rising.
be
Oh, yeah.
an MLS?
Have you gone to go see it?
I have
Check 'em out?
not. No.
So we brought the MLS up because I had an adventure with one of our other previous coworkers,
Okay.
and went to a game and
Oh,
brought
okay.
it up on the podcast. We talked
Did you go
about
with
it a little
Christian?
bit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh.
But okay.
Sorry.
Well, I didn't
No
know
last
you know,
names.
you know.
Sorry, Christian.
Yeah, no last names. No last names.
Love me some Christian.
No, but we brought it up, so I wanted your opinion because you used to play in college
Yeah.
level, and so I wanted to see what you thought about the
You know, truthfully,
Phoenix Rising.
I had a very bizarre kind of exit from keeping up with soccer,
Oh, okay.
professionally. When
You realize you're in the States?
pretty much, pretty much, I realized here, we Americans don't know
Yeah,
much of what
exactly,
we're talking about when it comes
exactly.
to soccer. No, I think it was just I stopped playing soccer and competitively, like men's leagues
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Indoor soccer. About 3 years ago, and then I just kind of detached from all soccer altogether. I just
Okay.
had different kind of interests and focus. But I think it's great. The MLS, unfortunately, since when I was watching it from the early 2000s
Till now.
until more recently, it was definitely the league in which if you were a stud outside of the U.S. as your career wound down, you would then get a bigger contract to kind of go to the United States to play in the MLS, as opposed to play like in the English Premier League or the EPL or the Spanish League, La Liga. As
Sorry.
Yeah, he
Sorry.
knows.
When I hear Spanish, I look at him.
Who said this guy was racist?
I have a little bit of Spanish.
But I think
That's why he's allowed to get away with those.
Exactly. I
words.
could say those things. I'm Paquito.
Yeah, because I planted the seed.
Un poquito.
I planted
Más
the
o
seed.
menos. Yeah.
I planted the seed.
It's like when I pull the black card and something. Everyone's like, "Dude, but you're half," and it's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, but still."
Still,
It's like,
I got a half.
you can
I
kinda
got a
get
half
away
in the
with
game.
it. Yeah,
Pull the black.
I hear it all the time. It's very rare that I ever pull the. Yeah, but I'm half white, right? It's always the other half. You always say
Right.
that.
You use the other half. I use the quarter.
Yeah.
I point at him.
Well, because it's always like a joke at that other half that someone's like making a joke of, and you're like, "Whoa, hold on a second." Right?
Wait a minute.
Like
wait a minute.
when it'd be like me being around, like if you guys were all black and we're over here clowning white guys, and I'd be like,
Okay.
"Whoa, hold on a second, fellas.
Hello, guys.
I'm half white."
Wait
never happens.
No, that's what
but
you
here
say.
I am with a bunch of guys that are not black, and if you say something black,
That's when you say, "Wait a tick."
Wait.
Wait a tick. Cool those horses.
Yeah. So, getting back to the MLS thing, I think it's great that it's out here. I think this is a good market.
I think so too.
Truthfully, I mean,
I agree.
Phoenix represents almost every other sport here in terms of
Right.
football, basketball, baseball, hockey,
Hockey.
all
Oh,
the
yeah.
four
All right.
majors. So I think it only makes sense. I just haven't had a chance to get out there. I mean, no disrespect, but that little makeshift piece of shit fucking stadium that they got over there.
I've been there. I've been to
some
game.
prime real estate.
I was about to
though,
say,
man.
listen, there's
It
not
is.
a bad seat in that house, in that place.
Aren't they making another
It is.
one?
It is
Or-
in July when I went.
Well, yeah.
When
Do they
I went in the
actually-
summer. I wasn't there in the summer.
Well, really? I thought
Yeah,
the
I was there in the
MLS
summer.
was
I don't know. I don't know if they're.
But then again, Arizona has 9 months of summer, so.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is true.
I don't know. It was when they first started, and we went because my son's really big in soccer, and we went, and I took him, and he was having a blast. I took the other two kids, and they weren't really having that much fun because they don't care that much about soccer.
Yeah.
And it was hot as shit. And
Well, we were just talking about how when you go to like, whether it's a sporting event or to a theme park or an amusement park, when it's hot, it's a fucking different
it's fucking
experience.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everyone's on edge,
Yeah.
one of the kids says something smart, and you're already like, fucking threatening them. Like, we'll go to the car. We'll leave.
we'll leave. We're you looking for a fucking reason to leave?
Because
It's time to go.
dude, when you're standing still in the shade and still sweating, that's when you're like, fuck.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Arizona.
God bless
basically.
this state. You know what though? We were talking again prior to the podcast about I'm now going on my 9th year being out
9th
here,
year.
and how I will pretty soon be claiming where are you from? From Arizona,
Arizona.
right? But still saying in Southern California now or California. I've come to really love this state.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been unusually cold the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
apart
it
from
has,
that,
That is.
we're in January. Can you wear
Yeah,
shorts
yeah.
and like maybe just
Yeah.
some long sleeve or something and still be comfortably
Yeah.
Okay outside.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's
Shout
very
out to
true.
all you what is that, New England Midwest
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Bundling
Colorado.
Bundling up.
Yeah. How you doing outside, huh?
Yeah. Very true.
And I love how like people out there always like, it's not that cold. It's like, who the fuck are you kidding? Yes, it is very cold.
Yeah.
I got an idea. Get in your boxers, take your shirt off,
Yeah,
and
go
just go
outside.
out there. Tell me how long you last.
For real.
And it's equally the same out here, though,
For the
right?
heat.
Like when I first moved out here, I couldn't stand when people would be like, "Listen, I came out here in the end of October, so I missed it."
Yeah, you missed
Yeah, the
it.
Right?
summer.
So I went from October going up until like
Yeah.
May,
Right.
of thinking like, "Fuck, this place is beautiful, man." Coming from
Why do
Orange
you
County,
leave?
I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Until the summer hit, and everyone was like, "Whoa, dude! Like, listen, it's it's a dry heat." And I'm like, when it's 118
No,
degrees out,
I don't
there,
give a
fucking it's dry or wet, it's hot.
Well,
But like how everyone defends it,
Yes, this
you
is
know.
it's
And
a dry
I've been,
heat.
and I've been here. I was in Houston, like I told you guys in October, and we planned it so that when we went to go see the Cowboys game, we thought, it should be cool.
Yeah.
Not realizing it's wet, it's humid out
Yeah.
there, right? And so there is a difference between
is.
the dry and wet, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You're still miserable.
Is it? Yeah. I've never experienced the wet, the humidity.
oh my
the-
God.
Never
You've never
been to
been
Florida?
somewhere?
No, I've never been to Florida.
dude,
No.
I've been-
I heard
He's
I've
got that
You don't
warrant
even
though,
have to
man.
eat.
He's got to stay within the
Yes.
you know.
You just gotta go. You gotta go
Okay.
near a big body of water. That's where it is.
Well,
Like,
I've been-
I go back home during the summer, and
Yeah.
it
bad.
hits 90
Mm-hmm.
in
it's-
August.
And you're
I'm
fucking,
just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
Like, it's just bad. And I'm
Really?
like, oh, I can't do this. I'm so glad I leave in like a couple days.
You know what's weird?
It's-
though? I think there's a different type of humidity when you go down south, like when I was
Oh,
in
yeah,
Houston,
yeah.
compared to when I was in
Yeah.
Chicago one time in
summer?
September, and we were there for a UFC fight, and it was fucking brutal. It was I couldn't stand to be outside.
Yeah, that was me. I went to upstate New York, and it was in
Mm.
the summer in July.
Like Buffalo, Oneonta,
Close
what the- oh,
up
okay,
there. I was
yeah.
up in. It was in a little place called Marcellus near Syracuse.
Okay, oh,
And oh my God,
beautiful.
and no one. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it sure is.
But the problem is nobody has fucking AC units.
oh yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and everyone has fucking fans.
Because it's very rarely warm? and
Yeah,
it's
you
mostly
more use the
cold,
heat.
so
You need
yeah,
the
yeah,
heat,
yeah.
right? So nobody has AC.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I was literally out in like a baseball field, which I don't know why. I think we're on a walk or something. I was like pacing back and forth. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna go home
Yeah.
because this shit is horrible. I'm sweating. I'm raining inside my clothes.
Right. Yeah.
Like I want to go.
It's-
Like I want to leave. And eventually, like 2 days later, we went to New York City in a hotel, and we had AC there. But it was like
Fuck.
I wanted to leave because
Yeah.
no AC. Like if you need at least have an AC in the house, I probably would have been able to maintain to go in and be comfortable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was like shitty.
It's
Fuck.
being men, when you get that ball sweat, or
Yeah,
when
yeah.
your ass starts to sweat, that's when I just say, "Time out, done. We're
Yeah,
leaving. We're
yeah,
out."
yeah.
When we were in Houston to go see the Cowboys play the Texans, I was trying to find things to do while we were there, and one of the things I saw was there was a margarita festival within less than a mile of the hotel that we were staying at, which the hotel was literally across the street from Minute Maid Park, which is where the Houston Astros were playing, and
Okay.
coincidentally later that day, I got tickets to go see the Astros play the Indians.
Okay.
So this specific Saturday before the Sunday football game, I was like, okay, we got the Margarita Festival. It's at noon. Give us enough time to go hang out for a couple hours, and then we'll, walk, not knowing the humidity. We'll walk back to the hotel,
Yeah.
and then shower, clean up, and then we'll go to the baseball game. Well, that fucking didn't work out that way. It didn't work out that way. We flew in, so that was on a Saturday. So we flew in late Friday night after work, right? So you kind of felt the warmth, but nothing like during the day. And we got to the hotel like 11:30 midnight. Got checked in, woke up in the morning, got some breakfast just there at the hotel, and then we were gearing up to leave to go to the Margarita Festival. So I looked and I'm like, hey, do we want to Uber it there? Or do you just want to walk? Like it's like 0.8 miles away. Let's just walk. Yeah, fucking sounds great. Until we got outside the hotel and we were. I was like,
turn
no.
around.
So we ended up getting the Uber. Get there. We had been there, so I planned on being there for about 2.5, 3 hours to eat up enough time before the baseball game
Yeah.
started. About an hour in, I looked at Melissa and just said, "Fuck this." Okay, I spent a lot of money on these tickets because we got these VIP tickets that got you this special kind of like food spread,
Okay.
special margaritas. You were away from everyone else. And again, it was like a festival. They had a stage, people
Okay.
playing, different. They had a bunch of. It was really cool actually. They had these different booths of different margaritas. So like a grape margarita tent, a strawberry,
Oh, okay.
raspberry,
Oh, that's cool.
and it went all the way around to any kind of type of margarita
That
you
you
could think of.
Yeah.
Most of them are too sweet, but
Yeah.
so after an hour, I looked at, and I'm full-fledged drenched.
Oh my god.
Drenched.
Raining.
Yeah, and so I just looked at Melissa and said, "Fuck this, we're out of here." Hey, we've got plenty of time. I do not care.
You should have poured the margarita on you. Would have cooled your ass down.
It would have been sticky,
Yeah.
but yes.
Yeah, but still, you'd be like this.
Fucking stick it.
What's interesting is like now that I've been in Arizona for going on 9 years now, I can handle the dry heat. Right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
my body's acclimated.
Yeah.
I'm a typical sweater anyways, but now I've gotten to the point where I can be outside and kind of handle it for like 10 minutes, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
yeah.
you got to go inside or
Yeah.
you get the AC or something. Whereas when I first moved here, it was instantaneously I was sweating. So I get it. So when in Houston, where I'm in the shade, just because the humidity
Yeah.
just is so
Yep.
sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then your shirt will stick to you. And I'm sitting there looking around at all these other people who are actually in the sun walking around.
Like
so
nothing.
I'm sitting in a chair in the shade, so I'm not expending any energy because I'm sitting and I'm in the shade.
And in the
These people
shade.
are walking around in the sun and they're not sweating, but I am, you know?
Because they're used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I was gonna
it's-
say they're used to it.
Yeah. Are you a cup of water or a bottle of water by the bed in Arizona kind of person?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Are you
I
guys?
am.
You?
Dude,
You?
yeah, I can't.
It's a
can't
regard
not.
like you
Yeah.
need it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it must
Wake
be.
up in the middle of the night.
You're
and I'm
right.
like
In
fucking
California,
parched.
yeah.
you wouldn't need that, right?
I moved from Costa Mesa. I was right at the beach prior to moving
Okay.
out here to Arizona, and
Fancy
so
pants.
no. Well, listen, I didn't say I was in
Private
Laguna,
beach- private
Miguel,
beach and shit?
in Newport Coast like Kobe. But in Costa Mesa, yeah, you didn't, and we didn't have air conditioning because you were.
Which is
Really?
so cool.
Yeah,
The
yeah, we
ocean
had a
breeze.
heater.
The
We
ocean
had a-
breeze.
Yeah, we had a heater and a fireplace, but you're right. With the ocean breeze, very rarely did it get.
To the point that you.
Well,
like,
you're flipping on fans and
Yeah.
like, man, this is unbearable. It
Yeah.
was very rare.
Yeah.
Usually you had the ocean breeze. You just literally opened up your front door, you open up the slider in the back, and just let the breeze come
Yep.
through. And it was fine. But yeah, I didn't have a water by the bed in
Well,
California
are
out
you
here
not,
for
you're
sure.
not.
Oh no, I am. That's what I
Okay.
mean. Like, because of me being a native, my thing is like that's like common to me. Like
Yeah.
it's always just get a water, you put it by the bed, and
I have like 3
that's how
fucking
you.
bottles.
That's how you fucking go
Before
to
I
bed.
moved here, that was never.
That was
a
not a thing, right?
No,
That's
it was
not a
never
thing.
Really?
So that
Yeah.
must. It's a normal. Like to me, it's a normal fucking sleep pattern.
Yeah.
But like other people probably don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like
do
other
do
places.
you let the water bottles stack up?
No, I
meant-
use a cup of water.
Okay, so do you have like a what do you call those?
nightstand
a
full.
nightstand
Yeah,
on both
yeah,
sides,
yeah, yeah,
one for you,
yep,
one for your
yeah.
wife. Now, okay, so you do a cup of water. You don't actually do.
I
The
do
bottle.
bottled
Right,
water.
right.
And
I
I
do
have
a
a
bottle.
couple bottled water.
Oh, you're one of those
This guy,
types
this
that just
guy.
let it pile up.
Yeah.
There's some empty ones on the floor there.
Oh, this guy.
And I just have more on the nightstand.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm very much the same way. Bottled water,
Yeah.
but if I see two, it's out of there. To the kitchen, throwing them away. I can't
Yeah.
stand. Yeah, I can't
Clutter.
stand when. Ugh, clutter's not.
Clutter.
good.
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Well, you had brought up MLS. Let me just bring
All
that
right,
back.
all right.
Are you guys MLS guys? I mean, you follow.
Oh yeah, always, man. Like,
no.
look, we have
Bullshit, you
we,
don't
have
want-
we have the standards right here, the list.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
Do you watch soccer at all?
Hold on. He doesn't.
No, I don't.
Oh.
My uncles, on the other hand, oh god,
yeah.
they did.
Totally.
He's
Oh
always, yeah.
god,
Totally.
Fucking Theo's always on.
year round. I mean, every year, yeah, like.
Now,
I'll
are
do
they into the Mexican league?
Yes.
Okay, so they
big time?
okay. Well, who's their team?
I don't know to tell you the truth.
Wow.
I don't know. They follow it a
Why,
lot.
you sure you're Mexican?
No, no.
That's why he's half.
He's
What?
the whitest
yeah,
Mexican
yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
That's why he's
I
half.
never said I was Mexican. Oh yeah.
You know, though, if you ever, I mean, everyone. It's so funny how here in the United States we always think of the bigger sports. You know, basketball, football, baseball.
Right.
Soccer is the biggest sport in the world.
It is.
And it's funny how I believe the Olympics probably is 1 or 2, but the next like highest watched sporting event is the World Cup.
Oh, the World
Everyone
Cup.
watches the
Everybody
World
watches
Come on, when the World Cup
Yeah.
That's
comes
what I'm
in,
saying.
Yeah.
at work, everyone's around,
People
talking,
leave.
Jay, did you see that one game?
That's what I said.
Japan versus
I
Nigeria?
don't follow the year, but the World Cup I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's a great great tournament.
Yeah, it is.
Similar
It
to
is.
like March Madness, like there's
Yeah.
certain shit that just comes around during certain times of year or every so often
Yeah.
that you're like,
Everybody focuses on it.
yeah,
Yep.
you know.
I had a conversation with these guys earlier today about rugby. Rugby was
Oh, yeah, you were
on.
talking about that.
Yeah, rugby was on today. I was watching, not really watching. It was just on in the background, and I'm like, this is nonstop action,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm like, why isn't this catching on more here? Because, like, compared to football, which is kind of similar in a sense,
Yes, it is.
but it's like nonstop go go go, and there's no like commercial breaks. There's just so much more going on.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, why isn't that more of a thing? And it makes me wonder, like, again,
A good question.
why?
It's
It's
why-
kind of a combination of soccer and football.
It is. It is.
Okay.
It is,
I don't
and
understand- I
well,
don't
just in
understand
terms of the spacing and in passing and or,
in the
or
bigger field.
bigger
It's like
field.
it's like soccer field, and
Right.
then and the whole like I mean I don't know all the
I know
rules
nothing
and shit
about
about
rugby.
rugby, but you can tell like it's to
You
me
tell
it's
they're
like
tough as shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They don't
Yeah.
they don't wear helmets. I mean
Yeah,
if they do. They wear
no.
like those. like fucking swimmer helmets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they look like they're swimming, right? If they wear helmets, that's
It's
what
like
that
the
looks
water
like.
polo
Yeah,
caps.
yeah. That's what it looked
Some
like to
ears
me.
there, they're
This
like
guy's gonna go
wrestling.
swimming first. Like, where the fuck is the pool at?
Yeah.
But there isn't one, but it's like it's so much. It looks like it's just nonstop fucking action. So
Yeah.
I'm like, why? That's what pisses me off about football is the goddamn commercials.
Oh,
Honestly, I mean,
Advertising. They're always about
it
advertising.
is. I mean, it is, and that's what it is.
You can't knock advertising though because
I know, 'cause that's what we need. We need
are
advertising.
It's not that we need it. We just got it. So
That's true. We do.
Yeah.
Love you, Mercedes Benz.
we do.
Bling, bling. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Mercedes Benz are.
we do.
yeah.
Mercedes Benz, yeah. And
Sort
then
of.
It's a what is the other one? A Scrooge commercial?
Yeah.
Some shit.
Is it a movie?
Yeah. No, it's not a movie.
Which is a brand.
No, it's another vehicle. But I just don't know which
the
one
fuck
it
is
is.
a Scrooge?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. It has
I'll
something
drive
to
it.
do
Send us a model.
No,
Scrooge.
it has
The
the
three of you,
Scrooge.
none,
Yeah.
none of us have
No,
Mercedes either.
Yeah. Let's drive either one. Send us a Mercedes or a Scrooge. I don't know. We'll drive either one.
We'll test it out and then we'll fucking review it after.
No, yeah, we'll say nonstop praises because you're a fucking sponsor.
Why were
paying
you
the bill.
watching rugby just in the
I was at the
background?
gym and it was on.
Oh, wow. Look at
You
you,
know?
man. You are getting fit, baby. Like,
It's a new year.
That's what I know.
It's a new
bro.
year.
no, the
That was one
the
of his
last time I saw
resolutions,
you
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
was that you had stopped drinking and
Yeah.
shaved off a lot of weight. And I was like,
Yeah.
fucking, where's Scott? And
Yeah.
they're like, he's right there. I was like,
Yeah.
shit.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No, we were
that
talking
was
about-
at your house, huh?
That was,
Yeah,
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 that
yeah,
was.
the-
yeah.
We were talking
With
at
the
work,
draft.
and I was telling you about like, dude, Scott's a different person. Like you won't even recognize him, and you're
Right,
like,
right.
nah, no way. And then I started showing pictures
Yeah.
on the phone, and he's like, no.
Like, yeah, look at
He
my
still
past
didn't
stuff.
believe
It was bad, but yeah, no.
Does that give you continue to give you motivation to make sure you keep it off?
Yeah. I mean, I'm back. Like the holidays, suck because you're always there's so many fucking items,
Stuffing,
foods
mashed
to eat and shit.
potatoes,
And
ham.
so I'm like, all right, so back,
So
now I'm
fucking
back to the
good.
thing.
Yeah.
This week has been working out. Today I was there, and it's just
Is that how you were able to keep the weight off?
Yeah,
Was
that-
working out, not drinking as much, or
Yeah.
not drinking at all.
not drinking at all, and then
Yeah.
and then and then
Interesting pause.
sorry, awkwardly paused. Yeah, not drinking at all, and then
You know,
it's
funny-
just
funny story about that.
dieting too.
Scott goes and you're like, I'm not drinking anymore, and I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Oh, when you had said it to me, because you were like, "Yo, look how much
Yeah.
weight he's lost."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
first thing I said is, "How the fuck you do that?" and
Yeah,
you said you stopped drinking.
it builds on you. Yeah.
That's why when the first time I saw you, when you were kind of walking around talking,
Yeah, I
cracking
know.
the
I
same
was like-
jokes,
Yeah.
but
I-
you didn't have a beer in your hand or anything.
Yeah.
It was a little
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
not
that's
used to that.
It is.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Awkward. But yeah, I mean, it's a grind. I mean, and that's the thing that's kind of discouraged me too when I was going at it, and it was like, it wasn't, you get that plateau
Oh, yeah,
area,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
stop losing weight, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I got discouraged. I'm like, fuck it. And then,
Fuck it.
and, I had a lot going on with like moving. I moved this past year and stuff, and then I was still going to the gym, but not as well as I was. And then I'm like, now I'm
Yeah.
back, so I'm gonna hopefully
Go back
go
there
back down.
Yeah.
for the next
I
draft.
think it's gonna be my life. Honestly, it's just a fucking up and down. Fucking.
It is. It's a grind every time.
It is. It is.
It
Yeah.
is.
I've fallen into that. Well, I've fallen into a funk of where, being an athlete my whole life, I was
then
always
you
just
stop.
active.
Yeah.
And most of it was just because I was actively involved in some sort. Well, post college, some sort
Right.
of men's league,
Okay, yeah.
and it just was
Consuming.
consuming.
always
But it would
doing-
always be like, okay, I'd have
Right.
a soccer indoor
Yeah.
game a couple days during the week.
Yeah.
Sunday morning was always like an outdoor game for men. And then in between there, I would just run or go to the gym because
yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, if I'm going to keep playing,
I gotta
You gotta stay
I gotta,
up, you
you
gotta
gotta
stay
stay in
up.
shape
Yeah.
so you can hang with the guys.
Yep.
And then when I stopped playing, I just got really frustrated with,
Going
coming
to
from
the
Southern
gym.
California where there was unbelievable amounts of soccer talent to coming out here to Arizona. It was very much, I tried to find the better leagues, but it
Yeah.
was very much a step down, no disrespect to those that are here. It's just, that's the reality. Southern
Yeah.
California,
And that's why we need
Produces-
to not have a wall. Bring
That-
them over.
bring them over.
Bring
so,
them over.
Bring us
I
full circle
once
right
I
now, yeah.
stopped playing, I got to the point where clearly, I've gained weight and
No, you
just-
look sexy.
Well, I
Is that what-
appreciate it, baby. Thank you.
Thanks, audience.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, audience.
Stop it, guys.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Come on. Calm
So
down.
you had mentioned over the holidays, it was tough because you said
It is. I mean,
Meaning
I
the
checked
eating?
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean,
Yeah, me too.
you get your snacks and your fucking neighbors
constantly
Tamales.
coming over with cookies.
you
and
bringing
shit.
in cookies and shit. And
Tamales.
I'm like,
Tamales
fuck
that
it. I
you know are
checked
horrible.
from honestly like Thanksgiving to the end of Christmas.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Right now?
checked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today?
This week, like I said, like
Like I said.
Wednesday, I've been back on, which isn't much, but Wednesday I'm back on the fucking horse. You know what I mean? Like that's my.
So
thing,
is it a Trojan horse or what kind of horse is it?
Yeah, no, I like lifestyle.
Yeah,
That is, like, is that one? I don't use those anymore.
I mean,
but-
I know that there's like a swinger's lifestyle. I don't know.
Is there?
Is that the lifestyle you're talking about, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or a Magnum.
Ooh, what? Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
He's a big dog.
A Magnum horse.
He's like, yeah, I'm making.
Yeah, Magnum horse. Magnum PI.
Do you work out, Albert?
Yes. I just got back into it again.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so we
Like
did this all the New Year's resolutions here.
Oh,
In
yeah.
our last episode, he started talking about he's going to help people build the tunnels under the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
were
I
you?
just started
Yeah,
doing
he's
that.
he's going to be selling the houses, and he's working out. Doing digging,
Yeah.
shovels,
Shoveling.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can tell. You can look like you got the hands for it.
The brown hands for it.
They
How
got,
about you, Mark? When did you start?
What, working out?
Well, no, you talked to me about biking. You're gonna be biking
no,
soon.
so
yeah?
I have
Road
been
bike?
riding, yeah.
Yeah.
In the corner, it's over there, the shiny
He's
little
right there.
blue, yep.
That one, or the mini BMW that he rides.
yeah.
W.
Just call me and let me know. I'll come and drive alongside you and encourage you.
Nice, yeah. Go
Come on,
faster.
buddy. Get up.
No,
Get up.
I have been before Christmas actually.
Oh, you've been doing
Oh,
it.
really?
Good.
So,
That's
yeah.
good.
How far are you going?
Just
To
a
the
couple
corner,
miles so
to the
far.
corner.
Yeah, to the corner and back.
To the mailbox.
I go to the gas station, I grab a beer, and then I come back. And so I mean,
Nice.
it works out.
Good.
Better than driving.
Good.
Yeah.
Listen, every little bit counts.
Yeah,
does.
I agree.
And that's my thing. Is as long as you're doing
I mean,
something.
police officers, I am not riding my bike and drinking a beer.
No, he brings the beer home and then he drinks it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's what we
That's
do.
so fucked up. Like, how can you get pulled over? You can get like a DUI or a
On a
DWI on a bike.
Yeah, you can.
Weren't we
We
talking about
actually
this at work the other day?
we brought this up in our last episode. Our
Oh,
New
with-
Year's
with
our
the-
New
with the
Year's
changes.
Yep, changes. So Utah, we even had a conversation about this.
Oh,
Utah brought
they-
their
They really
They
tightened
lowered
it.
it.
They,
Yeah,
they,
they
they,
tightened
yeah,
it.
they let it go there. 0.08 to 0.05.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
That's like
Guess
one.
what,
That's
guys?
like one or two
it doesn't
beers,
fucking
though.
matter.
Yeah,
You'll
I
still
know.
get a DUI.
exactly.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand when you say the drinking limit. Meaning limit to what? Because here in Arizona, if I have 0.02, which is below the legal limit, why am I
Still getting a DUI.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why have it?
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe with the .02 you can fight it and say
Maybe.
you know
Say
I like
I
how
was
you
not,
said that with the question mark.
Yeah.
in it. You can fight it?
it.
Question mark.
You can fight it.
I was not impaired. You just pulled me over.
I'm sure there's someone out there that knows the answer to that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Other than Google, but
Like,
I just wanna-
like an actual
Yeah,
attorney.
you're right.
Attorneys, all your attorney fans, hit us up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I never-
Learn and
You're
row.
Learn
I
in a
just
row.
never.
That's the way to go.
Damn, you fucking see that or that. Especially if you head to like the west side or kind of like in Phoenix off the 17, you see the Rafi
Oh, yeah.
or the RAFI, the
Oh, I haven't
Rafi
seen
locker
that guy.
room.
Yeah, the-
Shout
the
out
guy.
to them. I don't know. I see you
Yeah,
out there.
no,
on
yeah,
that
hit
west
us up. Get us
side.
some.
The real affluent neighborhoods. It's so funny the billboards you see
Yeah,
in
as you-
Scottsdale
in different areas.
compared to the 17 in Phoenix, compared to Chandler, compared to fucking like Avondale. It's like,
Dude, all the billboards on the west side are like in habla español.
Yeah.
yes.
In Gilbert, there's a the Bryce guy or the guy that's trying to like fight Lerner and Rowe, who's
For
like
what,
the,
popularity?
he's like the new guy, like accident guy.
Okay.
He's like the
Those
he's
personal
the,
injury fucking.
he's
attack.
the guy. He's the guy with no.
Ambulance
He's
chaser.
the guy with
Yeah.
no sleeves on his and he's like buff.
Oh,
I think I saw
Lord,
that
I saw,
guy.
I saw
Bryce,
on TV
like
though.
something. Yeah, the audience is laughing. They get it. But yeah, no, whatever niche works for them, and you know
agree.
that.
Yeah.
And I've heard that Lerner and Rowe tends
the
to
way to
talk.
go.
Yeah, exactly. Tends to talk to him and help him out with finding his like ways to make things
Oh, really?
funny to sell his stuff. So I don't know if they helped him with that, but he's the buff.
Let's-
He's the buff attorney.
let's bring this full circle, right? Let's bring this back to sports.
Let's
we
do it.
Brought MLS. Let's
Talk about.
Oh, are we selling sports?
we'll
I don't know
try-
what- I don't
try
know
to
where
be.
we are. We're-
No,
bouncy ball.
Yeah, the bouncy ball. We got to bring the bouncy ball back. Football.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a main
Oh.
vocal point on our show.
Do we
right?
know now who just?
So before we even get started, let's talk a little fantasy. Devo, Brandon here.
Painful.
Well, not so much because you
In other
won.
leagues.
You
Yeah.
won our
Oh,
league
you won.
last year.
That I
Oh,
did.
that's right, you did. Huh?
Our league is
So you can take a loss.
is. Would you? Yeah,
It's
would-
by far the most competitive,
Yeah.
hardest league that I'm in. This isn't the.
fucking tell
This
me
is the
about
third longest standing league that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got 2 other leagues that
Oh,
are a
that's
little
right.
older.
Yeah.
And I seem to do extremely well in
And
every
then
other
what,
league,
really?
every single year.
So that's what I need to
was
do.
showing
I
Mark
need to go somewhere else.
recently, but this damn league,
Yeah.
it's fucking hard.
It
And
is.
other than the neighbor,
Oh,
I feel
God.
like in the last since
That
its
guy.
inception, it's always been someone new.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Right?
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've won it once.
No, almost.
Almost.
Oh wait, no.
No.
Who's
Dave's won it the
Skulls.
first.
Dave?
the
Dave
first
won
year.
the first year.
Yep.
Skulls.
Skulls.
Skulls had won it.
He did, didn't
yeah,
he?
Skulls
Fucking
Skulls
A,
did not
man.
win.
We had that one guy.
Didn't he?
No, Skulls didn't win.
Oh, we're gonna
Or
have to
was it that guy?
confirm
Oh
No,
no,
he
it
did
was
not
that
win.
other
Oh,
Brandon.
that other
Yes,
Brandon.
the other
That was Nate.
Brandon. He got all
Brandon,
upset
new
and took
Brandon.
off.
That's the guy.
Nate won that first year.
Oh, yeah, Nate did win it the
or
first
no,
year.
Dave won the first
Dave
year.
won the
Dave.
first year.
They
Nate-
split.
Oh, that's
That was
right.
split.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
bullshit.
They decided they were first and second, and then
Oh
like,
yeah,
okay, let's
yeah,
just
that's
don't worry.
right. That's
yeah.
right.
And
yeah.
Nate checked out like week 2 and just let this whole fucking team just go and,
I know, and
and
fucking
beat
won,
me.
yeah.
And
And then
So
Then how many times did the neighbor win?
like
Three.
three
Two
times.
times.
Two
Two
times.
times.
Two
you sure about that?
I think it was this. I
He's
think,
just
right?
dominated for
you're right.
so
No, you're
long.
right.
It's either three times, and
Two
he's
of
like-
them was me. Three, but yeah, 3 times in total he's won.
Yeah.
And then I think he's got second place like twice.
He's very intelligent. He knows. My feeling is, my feeling with fantasy and drafting, you do need to do your homework without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I've shared with Mark. My strategy is once you've determined and like our league, we'll pick ahead of time in terms of when your draft position is.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So let's say you have 10 people in the league and your draft position, Albert, is 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a little tricky,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you're not going to
You're
get
right in the
what's
middle.
considered
The
the
top.
first, and you're not one of the last to swing it
To
back through the
and
snake.
be able to get to,
So what
yeah.
I've done is I'll create mock drafts through ESPN or,
Okay,
or
you
Yahoo,
do those? Yeah.
and then I'll pick a 10-person league, and in specific mock drafts, you can pick what position you
want,
draft.
Yeah.
So I did that for a couple leagues actually. I didn't even do that for ours, but I wasn't there to draft. So I fucking good, a lot of good it did me clearly, last place or something like that.
No, you didn't get last place.
I
This
think
guy
I got actually. Yeah, it was
No.
very bizarre because
Yeah.
No, I already explained that. Like, I'm not
You
trying to
said-
weasel
no,
out of it
no,
or anything
you got
like
last
that.
place.
I'm
Yeah.
stupid. I don't
You
care.
got last
Yeah.
place.
I love it too.
Yeah.
You got
But
last
there
place.
is a method to the madness. So going back, I would say like if you do the mock drafts and you're in a 10-person league
Yeah.
and you do 10 different mock drafts where you put yourself in the
And every
6th
position.
position, what you do is you start to find the trend in which players are available at your position at that round.
Ooh, that's a very analytical, good way to look at
Yeah, that is.
drafting your team.
Players.
That's what I did. That's how this year I came up with most of my drafts that I was in. I was not in position 1 through 4. So
Really?
most of mine, I was getting Saquon Barkley,
So-
swing it back, getting Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, and then keep going on. And then later I got Julian Edelman.
How do you counterbalance that with a live draft like ours?
That's what's difficult about ours because sometimes you'll have team members who draft 5 or 6 kickers
That's
or
his-
4 or 5 tight ends, and you go, "What the fuck is going on here?"
I drafted 3 tight ends once.
So, just to give you, on the podcast, they already know the background of this a little bit if they've watched us a little
kickers.
for more. Yeah, so just to give you a heads up,
Right.
next year I'm going back to my antics.
He's gonna get hammered
So-
and do it.
Yes, that
No, I'm gonna
that
be,
was hilarious.
work?
I will not say that I'm going to get hammered.
Oh,
I'm
he's
going
gonna
to
have
be on
1 or 2
another
drinks.
level,
Oh shit!
and yeah,
So
I
Molly?
may draft.
It was. I mean, it was fun. It was.
So
it was
Molly?
very fun to watch.
Yeah.
No.
It does make
no drugs are on this show
No
whatsoever.
joke. Yeah.
when you live draft. especially if you don't have someone that is up to date with football,
Yeah.
it makes it very frustrating when they start drafting off of what a player did the previous years or just names.
Yep.
Like there's people that will draft Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady in round one,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is like
Stupid.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right?
But
So
that
now-
happens
So that
in
must
our
be
league almost every year. This
no,
last
they
year
don't
was
go
the
back
first,
to back quarterbacks. Nobody goes back to back.
Well, not back,
quarterbacks.
not
That's
back to
stupid.
back. But I'm
That's
saying
that's you're bringing a girl in the league. And
no.
they're having-
Whoa.
Hey, relax, buddy. Yeah.
someone who okay,
Some
sorry.
women out there that are pretty damn good at fantasy
That's true because
football.
Troy was in the league. Troy was in a,
girl, boy,
Boy.
girl.
Troy was in a league
I
with
don't
somebody
even
who knew a lot about fantasy football. Who was a girl
Yeah.
and did really well. So I think she beat him, or did very well. But anyways, go ahead, keep going.
What I can't stand in the drafts is when, and I saw it happen this year because last year, if I did my homework last year, tried to do my homework the best I can every year. But last year, I saw the writing on the wall, especially like Calais Campbell, Ramsey, all these players going to the Jaguars. Last year, I'm like,
defense.
Jaguars defense is gonna be solid, and I didn't go after them early.
Don't
but hold on,
you do-
I
all
did.
All right.
I did. This season,
Yeah.
the season that just concluded, I fucked up and asked for you guys to pick Jacksonville.
Not us.
No, or Mark, thank you. I asked you
You
guys to pick
gave
the
me a
Jaguars.
list,
I did.
and I
did.
went off your
And
fucking
it's
list.
fine.
he fulfilled it.
What I'm saying though is this year in this year's draft, because I wasn't a part of the live
Yeah.
draft, but in other drafts that I was a part of, everyone was picking Jacksonville so early because of the huge success
Yeah.
that they had last
year.
season. And then what happened? What would happen is like in round 5 or 6, someone would pick Jacksonville defense. Then someone felt that they had to pick the Rams. Then they had to pick the Bears. Then then it starts the snowfall
Yeah.
of people
Of
picking
defense.
defense because
Yeah.
you don't want to lose out.
Yeah.
On
If
shitty
someone
defenses.
takes what is
Someone early.
perceived to be a top 3 defense, the next person in line is going to take the number 2,
Yeah.
perceived to be number
Yeah.
2, number
Yeah.
3, and then all of a sudden the draft gets out of whack, right?
Yeah, I
There
get
is
what you're saying.
the old school mentality is you pick 2 running backs and a wide receiver first, right? And then you build into
Yes,
whether
I
you want to
agree
do
with that.
tight end's the next one, and then should be defense and then kicker somewhere in there,
Yeah.
right? That's my feeling. Now, tight end can come earlier when you had Gronkowski in his prime,
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham in his prime, Tony Gonzalez in his prime, and Antonio Gates. But those,
Yeah.
those just aren't around as much
Now,
anymore.
You,
no,
you
I
have
think
to
that-
admit that you have to admit though, with our league, like the out of whackness comes round 1.
Yeah.
There's
well,
always
there's
somebody.
someone
because
kicks it
it's- because
off.
it's Robert.
Someone kicks it off.
Yeah.
Because it's Robert.
Yeah, and Robert didn't know, disrespect to Robert. He just didn't know, right? And funny fucking thing is, that I could have sworn the first season he got involved, didn't he fucking win or come close?
He got pretty close.
pretty
I
close.
think he
Yeah.
won the season at least.
No, he didn't.
No.
Well, you mean like I think he made the playoffs. I think.
Yeah.
that
Oh, I
first
could've
year.
As soon as the
No.
playoffs hit, he fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he just doesn't have the wherewithal to know how to go hit the waiver wire, who to pick up.
In this last season, I picked. He was. No,
Well,
sure.
he was
Yeah,
there.
I
He
picked
was
for
there.
him.
Oh, you picked for him. That's right.
Yeah. That's one thing I really enjoy about fantasy football is kind of, you don't have no control over these players,
Yeah.
right? So
Anything can
it's-
happen.
Yeah, and it's not like you're going out playing a game, but
Yeah.
it's the strategy involved in trying to pick a player. Well, what it is once your turn comes up, are you picking the best person on the board? Or are you picking by what they did last year or historically? Or
Yeah.
that, I heard that this person's going to do well. Next person up, that's who you pick. And
Yeah.
then if your first 6 people are kickers and
That wasn't
tight ends,
how
God
it
bless
He
you.
didn't go 60.
No, you didn't. But
was fine. At
the end.
you went too many specialized positions in too early of rounds.
Yeah.
And
No,
no.
What- what
We
I-
all looked at each other and we're like, what the fuck
Look
is
at
going
the-
on?
Yeah.
And you, in your drunk state, were like, fucking, it's justified.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is,
I
you're
got a
further
plan.
justified by the
'Cause he
next
got-
day.
well, like, he's
next
got-
day,
he
didn't
got
he say,
second,
like,
though.
who wants to fucking trade this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he re-altered his
I know,
his
but
lineup.
he got second though.
He
that
did.
year.
He salvaged it.
Which
Listen,
he-
I don't like
that's
the fact
waiver
that-
wire.
It is waiver. There
That's
are some
how he
people
did-
that
I mean,
are
that's really-
sneaky
That
on
is-
those
that
waiver
is,
wires.
yes.
Which this year, that's why I said like a couple episodes ago, Troy was dominating. Troy and the neighbor
Yeah.
did awesomely on the waiver the neighbor always does awesome on the
He
waiver.
does. Yeah, he knows how to.
That's
pick.
he knows where something's gonna land, or he's obviously got a source or something. He's
That's telling him what's gonna.
he's I don't know, but he's doing the right moves, and that's what makes him always.
But historically, there was some statistic that came out during this year that I was reading that talked about those who historically win leagues usually have the least amount of waiver wires. And here's why: is you usually do your homework up front, like the neighbor, and he plays the waiver wire well. But
he does
like the neighbor. You draft well. If you draft well, and you have luck, because a lot comes luck. Because fucking, how many times could you draft? Three dope receivers, or excuse me, two great running backs and one great wide receiver, and they get injured. You tear an ACL in the first. Le'Veon Bell, no show.
No
Like,
show.
what the hell?
That's
was
what
the whole
fucked Dave.
season.
David Johnson last season where he busted his hand
and he
in
was
week
done.
1, and he was a top 3 running back. So there's a lot of luck. I got really lucky on Saquon Barkley going with him early, thinking, number one, any man who's got thighs and legs as big as that Penn State running back. I don't know if you guys watched him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in.
I don't look at men that way.
I don't either. But when it's brought to my attention
for
by these
fantasy, he does.
YouTube, holes that I get in, and somehow got on to watch. He was doing like some cleans, and some squats in the Penn State gym, and fucking just putting up record numbers.
I got him like I think he was my first or my second pick.
And he did work.
Fuck yeah,
did he not do work? And you know who else
From
did?
the beginning.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Christian McCaffrey did a lot of work because the way I've kind of, especially in PPR leagues, so that's another thing, is you got to look at the league in which you're in.
Yeah.
So Christian
Our league is a
McCaffrey,
PPR league.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So Christian McCaffrey
first year
is a
this year.
phenomenal pick for our league because he is the one-stop, shop in terms of for Carolina Panthers. He catches the ball, he runs the ball. Offense, if not through Cam Newton, runs through him, right? And so you got it. There's so much to it, but I really enjoyed it. There is some strategy to it. It is fun. I like the live drafts personally, and it is tough just with life trying to make it.
Yeah, and like you said, but does the mock draft?
It is bullshit because everyone who's in it knows it's fake. So sometimes you see some pretty crazy or out of control picks. Like someone's gonna pick, I don't know. Let's see, some second string running back.
Okay.
Like someone picked Marshawn Lynch in round 2.
What?
And it's like, listen, okay, he was starting this season the number 1 back in Oakland, but it's Oakland.
Yeah, I know.
And he's kind of, he took that year off, and it's like, what's he going to do? In round 2, you're picking him
in round 2,
over picking other players like a McCaffrey, who was still available, a Leonard Fournette, which, we couldn't foresee what kind of season he was going to have.
Yeah.
There's other players that you would pick, but you pick off names.
And in the mock draft, they do that.
They would do that, but that's how and they do it in live draft too. So
that's what I'm gonna say.
you kind of fish it out in the mock draft. That's like what I was saying. If you had a 10-person league and you were picking number 6, go and just do 10 of them. They're free. And just go do 10. Do 10 different mock drafts, 10-person league. Pick yourself number 6, and just start to find the trend. That's literally what I did. Is so that when it was my draft, I knew, okay, this is where I am. This is historically what players are available at this position in this round.
Let me ask you something. When you texted Mark to get Fournette for you, was it Fournette, right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Okay. Was your intentions that no matter what, that's the first pick?
No.
He didn't clarify it.
I sent it through text, so that's why nowadays you still want to call people. You still want to call people.
I see his dream list, and I'm all like, all right, well, this is his list, so he didn't tell me different.
And
so this is what I'm going off
so that's
of.
why I was when he texted me my team, I looked at it and I was like, if this is the order in which he drafted these people, what the fuck is going on here? I was pissed, and then I had time to calm down.
Yep.
Melissa, my mom, everyone else had kind of been like, listen, you weren't there, so they did the best they could. And I've also been at drafts where people haven't been there, and I've been that guy. And I told Mark, I've been that guy that's like, if the guy who's not there is right before me and I'm the next guy,
And I wanted this.
and I want the guy that's technically the best on board, I'll start to manipulate or convince other people. Like,
that's
you know
honestly what happened.
But
Hey,
that is not what I had. Don't even fucking put that in anybody's.
Not on you. Not on you. Not on you.
But that's what other people were doing. Listen,
That's how other people were doing.
I've been a part of that.
People were saying who they wanted.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted that guy.
Oh,
Because we were at the point after you got who you got, like who you wanted, right?
Yeah.
There was people who wanted the next guy up, and
Yeah.
at that point, after you got who you wanted, there was the next guy would go to you,
right.
and then someone would be like, "Oh, I wanted that guy." All right, well, Brandon gets fucking the next guy.
It's tough. You just got to be present. Listen,
And that's the thing.
And
That is why we're the no-show league.
Yeah.
Robert didn't
This
show
year,
up.
at least.
This year.
This year.
Yeah.
This was the worst.
I'm so embarrassed to be a part of that.
This was the worst. This was the worst.
Robert-
This was the worst showing league
Turnout.
Yeah.
this year for us
How
ever.
many people missed?
Ever.
3?
Like no. Fucking there was only like
did
four
Troy show
or
up?
5 people there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Troy was there.
Troy was there, so
Five
Skulls
people.
wasn't there.
Skulls was on the phone though.
Yeah,
Skull
Skulls
wasn't
was on the phone.
there.
And
So it was
but
Mikey, us
Robert
three,
wasn't there.
The new
Us-
guy wasn't there.
Yeah, us three-
No, it was 4. It was 4.
5, because Mikey and Troy.
Mikey was
And that's
there
3.
already.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's 3.
Us 3, Troy,
Mike.
and Mikey.
That's 5.
5.
Wow.
So yeah, half the league
Half
didn't
the
fucking
league was
show.
there.
Yeah, you're
Where
right.
was Dave?
He didn't
didn't
show
show.
up either.
Yep.
Did he have a list?
No.
You
See,
don't
that's
think
it.
shit.
Next time if
Wait,
I'm
wait,
not
wait, no,
going to be
Dave-
there, I'm not giving you a
Didn't he?
list.
Dave did show up.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So
No,
there's
Dave
6.
did show up.
Yeah, Dave,
no, there
I'm
was
sorry,
6.
Did he?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
number's just getting...
He's so,
No, I know it was
Clearly, no one
Robert.
knows.
when
No
Dave
one knows.
when
This
Dave
was
turns one
fucking
way, I
5
can't
months
see him
ago,
anymore.
So it was Robert, you, Skulls.
So it was 6. So 4 didn't
Skulls
show.
showed though.
And then
Well,
one of-
Skulls
Yeah,
technically
but
showed.
Skull was on the phone.
Yeah, and then who else was the other guy?
The fucking new guy.
Isn't the phone
Heck
tough?
Oh yeah,
Peckerwood.
and the new guy wasn't there.
I've called in before. It's tough. Not only is the drafts long, you always think a draft's going to be
Yeah.
like, you tell your wife,
think
your
it's like an
girlfriend,
hour
whatever.
or
Hey, it's
2.
only like 2-3 hours. No,
No,
fuck
no.
that. It's
Yeah,
like 5,
4,
6
yeah.
hours.
Our, our draft is at minimum 5 hours.
And
every
if
there's
you're on
the
the
fucking
phone
breaks.
too, it's hard because then well you gotta have breaks.
And I was just picking for Robert. Like he wasn't on the phone or anything. I was just picking, but I was picking. I got some good ones.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
I wasn't
awesome.
being a dick.
Yeah,
See,
twin
I-
brother.
and
I
little
wasn't,
loyalty.
I wasn't being a dick.
Well, and that's why I keep pointing to you about the fact that so Robert had an awesome team, and then he had Kareem Hunt.
And
Right?
and the
You know
other
what
guy,
Who else? So I think he
Tyreek
would.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hunt.
Oh,
Yo,
he got-
if
he
you
don't get hurt?
if you
Yeah.
picked up the 4
see?
Chiefs, if you did
you-
Patrick
yeah.
Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce, fucking
Fuck
forget
yeah,
about it.
you would've-
You
you
were
probably
going to the
would've won.
playoffs.
Yeah.
You were going to the
but
playoffs.
Troy got Mahomes, Robert got
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill and Hunt, and then
Someone
I don't know
else
who got
got Travis
Kelsey. You
Kelce?
think you had Kelsey, didn't you?
No, I didn't have Kelsey.
So,
Dave did.
Dave,
I think.
I think Dave might have had Kelsey.
And then Kareem Hunt, had that
Dave or
early exit
Scholes?
from the league.
Yeah.
Who?
Polo Ray Rice
That was-
2.0.
That was Robert.
I know.
Robert was in the league, the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like,
would. He would have. I
his
think he
last
would have made
game.
it. I think he would have done really well.
He made it into the playoffs, and then the first game of the playoffs, that's when
Yeah.
went out. Hunt and somebody else too.
You got to get ahead of that nowadays.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
know.
sensitive
See,
out
that's-
there, man.
yeah.
Like you.
Can you though? You can't know that's just gonna come
You know
out.
what's
Yes,
funny?
yes.
You
no,
could-
no, no.
you could know that?
No, no,
Bring
no,
that
no,
up?
no. I wouldn't say that you would know that. I would say you would just get ahead of it in some way, shape, or form. Even if you take a punishment that, if you
you mean him?
roll the dice,
You
and-
mean him as a player, not as somebody drafting him?
Yes, him as
Okay.
Kareem Hunt as a player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Once
Okay.
that incident went down, and
Oh, he shoulda came-
and someone had confirmed that hotel has surveillance, someone within his camp should have said, "Listen, guy, it's with. Let's look at what happened with Ray Rice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we slapped him on the back of the hand, and then once the video came out, the guy's career was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Kareem Hunt's career is over, but what I'm saying is someone in his camp said, "Listen, let's get in front of this fucking thing."
Right now.
Right? You mitigate the damage that you know is coming. It's inevitable.
Yes,
It's, I mean,
right.
in this today's world, dude, you can't do shit
So I don't get it
without someone finding it.
I don't get it. I mean,
true.
the situation
Cameras.
that happened in February.
Uh-huh.
So then
Resurfaced.
Yeah.
TMZ got. So what happened was the hotel in which this incident took place kept the video. They did not release it to the local police, and the NFL didn't call the hotel. If my memory serves me correctly,
wow.
the NFL didn't call the hotel to get a copy of the video. The NFL contacted the local police, and the local police said, "We don't have the video." And then TMZ being the fucking
TMZ
TMZ that they are, you know, I mean, they're good at what they do,
Yeah.
and they got the video, but they got it months later.
That's what happened.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say someone at the hotel, whether
See,
it's
we
the
were
local
thinking-
hotel
we were
or
Got paid.
corporate,
Got paid.
got
We
some
were-
money.
We
That's
were
what we're
thinking this
talking-
isn't the first time this has come up on this episode or on our podcast. This
Yeah, we
is
talked
probably
about it.
the third or fourth time
That's
we've
what,
talked
that's what I was wondering. Like,
specifically about this event.
it happened in February,
Yeah.
and then now we're doing. I was
Yeah.
wondering, like, what the fuck?
We were
happened?
thinking that it was her camp holding out,
No.
trying to get
Nobody
the top dollar.
well, from what was released in the
we
media.
did. We talked about that.
I know, but we talked. Well, I said the fact that was. I mean, you agreed with me. It was hotel footage. You could tell,
Yeah.
like when they
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, because
That's
it's
why.
up in the corner
Yeah, you
looking
could tell.
down.
Like,
Yes.
that's what it was. So that's why I don't know if they had. I mean, if they had it, but I mean, it seemed like it was something.
Yeah,
that
but if
the
you
hotel
think about it, if the girls' camp had that video, you would want to release it immediately so that you
So
start
at
the
this
the
point,
negative
the legal
campaign.
or the legal.
Yeah,
So it's
hey,
sue 'em.
give me money to shut
Yeah.
up, or if we need to take it to court for you to then give me money to shut up.
Well,
or
that's what
whatever
we
it is.
Yeah.
kind of thought, though. Like, she was trying to drain him a little bit and kept
Yeah.
him back, trying to get more money. One thing, what you're saying now is that TMZ is at fault, essentially. They did their investigative work.
Well,
They
you mean
probably
they're at
paid
fault
somebody.
at bringing to light?
Yeah.
If that's what you mean. Yeah. I mean, they're. I mean, they.
Again,
the
if I'm
NFL
not-
had the NFL had it covered, but as soon
Yeah,
as
they covered it up.
TMZ got involved and got their hands into it,
Well, the way the media spun it
blew it
was
out,
that, you know, why didn't the NFL? Why weren't they able to? So here's what I would look at, and I questioned was once the video came out, was like, where did this video come from?
Yeah.
Then you
Right.
found out it was TMZ. Then you think, why are they releasing it?
Yeah.
If they released it, then the police must have had it. And if the police must have had it, the NFL must have had it. So why didn't they punish Kareem Hunt? Well, then you go to
Yeah.
find out, well, the reason that they didn't punish Kareem Hunt is because they didn't have the video. They didn't.
the police didn't have the video.
The police didn't have the
which
video,
in
and neither
turn
did the
mean-
NFL.
Yeah.
Because I thought I had seen something that or it was part of the video that she was saying that she didn't want to press charges. So
I
maybe
don't
the casino didn't have to release it because there
Well,
was no charges.
it wasn't a casino.
I mean, or the hotel. I'm sorry, the hotel.
It was like a hotel
yeah.
condo.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so maybe since she wasn't pressing charges, they didn't have to release it. Maybe I
Well,
don't know.
again, the cops were never in possession of the video.
Of the video, yeah.
So they never had it. So the hotel had it the whole time.
Okay.
And so I guess it's interesting because what you don't know is you don't know how long had TMZ known about this incident when it initially happened, and they've been working someone over for months and finally got him to flip.
Yeah.
Like, what if you knew the one guy who could make the decision to release the tape to TMZ?
Yeah.
What if you knew you're like, listen, sit on that motherfucker. I guarantee you he's fucking some chick on the side. We're going to blackmail him, right? He's probably married and got 4 kids. And as soon as we catch him fucking hooking up
Okay.
with some hooker, then let's go to him and say, hey, listen,
We need to tape.
we're going to look at this. We got this on you. We're going to give it to your wife. Your
Yeah.
fucking life will be over.
Yeah.
Release the
And
tape
here's
to
$1
us.
million.
Yeah. Oh, on top
Yeah.
of it, here's some cash.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that was a fucking big deal. The guy was
Fuck
immediately
yeah.
put on the NFL exempt list,
Yeah.
and he was shut down. And then what happened?
Yeah.
The same day the video was released, the Chiefs released him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what that shows me is teams are reacting so much faster nowadays
Yeah.
to these types of incidents.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ray Rice
right away.
was a long
Yeah.
time frame,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And then you've had Reuben Foster, the guy who was drafted by the 49ers,
Okay.
who got
He-
busted and then got released. Then Washington Redskins picked him up immediately, and
Yeah.
they were getting heat for that. You've had that dude that's now an MMA fighter. He was with the Carolina Panthers. Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
You know, he had similar issues. That kicker, or was he a kicker or punter with the Giants?
Oh, damn.
He came
Yeah,
out
that
and
guy's
admitted
gone, though.
he whipped
That
his
guy's
wife's
gone.
ass.
He got gone after that.
Yeah.
Though.
So nowadays, I just feel like teams are just.
It's quick. It's quick. Like
Well,
they,
yeah,
they
you-
well, I mean, but you got to remember too that all the PSAs and stuff that they're doing, like women activist stuff, and like the domestic violence things, and they have a whole month I think now, October I think or whenever it is that they do domestic violence month. Maybe it's November. I don't know. But with all that, they can't. They have to move quick. They can't.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like there's so
this
much
world
light
that
on
we're in-
them.
Yeah, this world we're in now is you have to
can't-
tiptoe around fucking everything.
You can't.
And I really like
the facts. They love the facts.
I mean, if you screwed up, especially if it was in your past, own up to it,
Yeah.
hold yourself accountable, take ownership, and then guess what? Move the fuck on.
Yeah.
All these people get so upset and like call for people to like have their jobs taken away from them or their livelihoods. Listen, I guarantee you have skeletons in your closet.
Yeah.
I guarantee you someone has.
Those are the people that are making the big deal.
That's
You
what I'm
know they-
saying.
yeah.
But they're
okay,
hypocrites.
I'm gonna say right
They
now,
are.
They
I,
are
Yeah.
hypocrites.
I used to break dance.
You-
I can tell you're light on your feet. Twinkle
ask
toes
you-
over here.
Aren't
Yeah.
most bigger guys though light on their feet?
Yes, you know
I'll bust
what?
the
Yes, you
worm.
guys
I'll
are.
bust the worm after this.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this:
All
Do
right.
you think
I'll
Hunt's
make sure I'll
career's
break it
over?
on a box real quick for you.
Nice.
No, I don't think so.
you think somebody's gonna pick him up?
Yes, I
I don't
think
know,
of
can
that.
they?
I
Who,
think
Kareem
of
Hunt?
that. Number one, he's extremely young,
Yeah.
as compared to Ray Rice, who was heading
Oh,
into his
yeah.
30s.
He had some mileage
So
on him.
Kareem Hunt's extremely young.
Yeah, he is.
The video is damaging. He should never have done what he did. But I think someone will take a chance. The unfortunate thing is you look at the situation, you say, well, why wouldn't someone take a chance on Kaepernick if they're willing to take a chance on Kareem Hunt if someone chooses to do so?
I don't want to hear anything about the Kaepernick thing. He at this point is a billionaire, if anything. So
Is he? How do you mean?
made the
What,
right
with
choice.
Nike?
Oh, with
Yeah,
Nike?
with his whole thing with Nike.
Do you think he
He's
made
fine.
that much
Yeah,
money
he's-
on
yeah,
that?
he's
no,
fine.
No, yeah.
And listen, it's a
I don't know if
business.
he made that
Yeah.
much.
Right, so
It
like,
is.
I think
I
Nike made
think it's fucked up. He should be in the league. He should, but guess what?
At least
Not-
a backup.
If you think about it,
But
not
obviously,
all,
I don't think he wants that though.
think about a business,
No,
right?
Kaepernick's
So let's
done,
say you're
dude.
taking Chase and Wells Fargo, and let's say you've got a ridiculously good analyst who's at Chase, right? But all the heavy hitters are over at B of A, right?
Wells
But-
Fargo.
Wells Fargo, excuse me, thank you. So Wells Fargo can easily say, you know what, we're not willing to take a risk on this dude that's over at Chase just because, we don't need to. This
Yeah.
is our business. We can do whatever
Yeah,
the
we
fuck
do
we
whatever we
want.
want.
But all the heavy hitters are playing over here and in the investment world at Wells Fargo. But Wells Fargo. But Wells Fargo just says, we don't fucking
We
need
don't
that
need
guy.
that analyst.
We just don't need him.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's okay that people say, or the NFL says, you know what, we just don't want to bring Kaepernick in.
Yeah.
They don't.
don't
They're
have
not
to.
obligated
Yeah.
to.
No,
true.
no, they're not.
Again,
true.
right?
They can.
like,
Okay, that's the thing. They have to entertain the fact of Not entertain. That sounds
interviewing
bad.
him?
They need to interview him. They need, or
Why?
talk to him.
Why do you have to?
They don't
Because
have
if you are a quarterback in the league or was in the league, you were in the Super Bowl, you have the credentials, you should at least be able to.
Why?
Yeah, but
Why
what,
not?
what he's saying.
It's a
because-
business.
because
It's
he's saying
their
you don't have-
business.
I know, but you
And what he's saying is like,
I see what you're saying, but I see the fact that
I agree. And listen, I want Kaepernick to play. I want him to
He's
play.
not an awful quarterback.
he's
Not at all.
he's not.
I'm not a fan
He could
of
do better
Kaepernick.
than
Me
fucking
neither.
Mark
I don't think
Sanchez.
he's.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I
mean,
mean. He's
Butt fumble? Seriously?
he's so much better than a lot of the other backups. But
I would agree.
But the thing is, I don't think he wants to be a backup. For him to get a starting position,
I don't think so.
He's not going to get that.
I think,
And
I
that's-
think he just
that's
wants
where
to
the
be in
disconnect
league.
is.
I think he just wants to be in the league.
Does he?
The man has been out of the league since when? 2016. So
Maybe
two seasons.
longer than that. Maybe
Right.
longer than that. I don't know.
So, but he stayed in NFL shape. Yo, this guy is still actively working out. If he wouldn't do that if he didn't want an
didn't care,
opportunity.
yeah.
And
Right,
trust
and
me,
that's what I mean.
as a player,
I think he should have the
as a player,
ability
he would
to have
come.
the opportunity.
Baker Mayfield was drafted, right? And they had fucking what's
well,
that?
he's done.
Tyrod Taylor starting in front of him for the
Oh, yeah.
Browns, right? But you couldn't deny Baker Mayfield was going to once become a starter and has been, and look what he's done, right?
Yeah,
Looks
turn
like
him
he's going to
around.
take the Browns to the promised land. Well, if Kaepernick just wants to play,
I wanna get onto that
If
conversation,
Kaepernick
too.
got into the
Browns.
league,
Yeah.
he would eventually, even if he was a backup,
Backup.
he would eventually work his way
way up.
to the forefront like he
Yeah.
did once he became a superstar.
We've
Yeah,
had
you're right.
we've had a few conversations about this already. So
About the Browns?
Yeah, about the Browns.
So what about the Browns?
Bring to light your theory, if you want to say, or
So
your
I'm getting shit on, and I had at the beginning of the season,
Which is
and
funny
then at
because
the
it's the Browns. Keep going.
great connection.
Keep going.
he brought
Is
him to the
that,
Super Bowl. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
he did.
I predicted before the season started. I said I guarantee you the Browns are going to make the playoffs, and I was wrong. They didn't make the playoffs. They came damn close, but they
Yeah, they
did. And I remember everyone telling me, "No way! Are you kidding me?" I mean, I would sit right next to a Packer fan, being Mark. I sit next to a staunch Bears fan, being James, and we have just other football fans. We've got Travis, who's a big football fanatic, Brandon Thomas, who's a
Yeah,
Patriots
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
So we have people that are strong fans
Football guys.
of football, right? And I made this claim, and everyone was just completely dismissed me. And I said, listen, things are changing there. I did not anticipate Hugh Jackson would get fired at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I didn't think either.
But I just predicted that they would do well. So here I am at the end of the season. Season's over with, and I'm talking to Mark and saying, well, I was wrong. They didn't make the playoffs, but I'm fucking telling you, man, they're gonna be even better next year. And I'm a Cowboys fan. I fucking don't even like the Browns.
Yeah, no, you're
but
right. You're right.
I told Mark, I'm like, listen, they were so shitty for so long. They racked up so many number 1 draft picks. They fucking have built up a pretty strong defense.
Yeah.
I would assume that their defense was in the top 10 this season. Their offense is starting to click. Jarvis Landry didn't have quite the season that he had, previously, especially like with the Dolphins. But I think they're coming along. That tight end, David Njoku or whatever.
Yeah.
Njoku.
He seemed to do pretty
Njoku.
well.
I picked him a few times. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they started the season with Josh Gordon, who I thought was going to do something this season.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Man, that guy, fucking.
That guy.
So your argument is completely valid. Like, they've done all the right things.
They brought in a new
move.
GM.
Dude, yeah.
They've got rid of Hugh. I think they're doing okay.
Yeah, your argument is, like I said, it's
hear it,
completely
Maybe next year.
valid.
No, I think you're right. Next year.
But
It's the Browns.
it is.
I don't know.
And so, like,
So is that
It has a stigma. It's not there. And you're going to prove me wrong eventually. You will.
No, next year.
But it's the Browns.
They're moving to the right way, man. They're moving in the right
A
direction.
lot of teams end up moving to the right way.
I guess every
It
year's
took the
different.
Bears how
Every
many fucking
different.
years to
Since
get
the
where they're
80s.
at now? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're what? That's 3 decades, right?
Well, look, Cleveland took them a long time. LeBron brought it home. Good win for them. There have been teams that just haven't won. I mean, Philadelphia. Fuck, let's not forget what they did last season.
I actually want
And
to bring
they-
that up as
Oh,
well.
okay, great segue.
Nick Foles.
Who I think is gonna, he's gonna
There's
get paid.
And he's
off-
back now.
There's just something about him, dude. Maybe he's not a great regular season quarterback,
He is.
Because he
Right.
fucking votes for Pedro, dude.
but
Okay, but
he's
What-
back.
why do you say he's not a good
Yeah.
regular season player?
Because he's not historically, he doesn't do well
yeah.
during.
During the regular season. He does
and I'm-
not do
and
that
let's
great.
be
Clutch.
honest.
I guess
how
he's
many
clutch.
postseason
He's clutch.
appearances does he have other than what he did last year? Not many,
Well,
if at all any.
But
Well,
then
this-
again, he's got to be on a team that makes it.
Philly
Right.
drafted him though. They never give him a real chance
That's what I'm
to,
gonna say because
to
this
fine
year
tune
they
his
started.
skills.
What's his name again? Right?
Carson
Wentz.
Wentz,
Yeah.
and
Wentz.
then he hurt himself again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
And
they-
then
I don't
out.
think him winning the Super Bowl. Why didn't they give him a chance to start?
Because technically, they drafted Wentz first
I know.
round.
Yeah.
So I
He's
think
he's
in the
their guy.
NFL, you have to save face, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to bring your number 1 draft pick
Yeah.
out, and you got to show him off.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did. And truthfully, Carson Wentz isn't fucking bad. The problem is he just has gotten hurt 2 years in a row.
You know
Yeah.
who Wentz
Wentz
reminds me of though?
Who's
He
that?
reminds me of Cincinnati's guy.
Oh, Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
Why?
Andy
Because he's a
Dalton.
redhead.
No,
Is he
no,
a redhead? Is he a redhead?
He is a redhead. Yeah,
kind of a ginger.
He's like a.
No,
What?
no, it just
yeah he's a fire
he
crotch.
does good through the season, but once it becomes crunch time, either
Yeah.
he gets hurt, or he doesn't
Dude, you
show
want to
up.
know a sad statistic I saw the other day?
Oh,
It was sad. I love Marvin Lewis. The Hard Knocks on the Bengals and stuff.
I
He
am.
just seems like such a great player coach, and like the relationship that he had with the owner, which I think his name is Mike Brown. I thought that it was a great organization. This fucking guy was 16 years with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Damn.
He'd been to the playoffs 8 times, so half of
Not
the amount
bad.
of years.
It's not bad.
How many playoff games did he win?
Maybe one.
Donut.
Yeah.
Zero.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So in 16 years, almost 2 decades.
I know the
this
Carson
guy-
Palmer years he didn't make it
No.
because when he came
Wow.
here, Carson Palmer's first playoff win was here.
Fucking yeah, and he did well, man. You guys see that Football Life on Carson Palmer?
I did. It was
Oh,
sad.
I
Fucking
didn't
great.
see it.
I cried a little bit.
I'm
I'm
not
sure
a
you
Cardinals
did.
fan. I don't watch that
And
shit.
I watched that shit.
I'm
I
a
cried.
football
I
fan,
didn't see that.
motherfucker. That's why I've seen it.
Yeah.
I cried a little bit
Because
because I missed. That's what we needed, man. I'm like that guy shouldn't have left. I mean,
Josh Rosen is a decent quarterback right
but
now.
he's not. He's not Warner.
He needs experience.
He's
No,
not.
He just needs.
Palmer.
He needs NFL experience. That's
Yeah,
what he
he
needs.
does.
and he
Give
needs
it time.
he
Give
needs to
him
keep
time.
getting his ass whooped. I'm telling you, a guy who played at UCLA. I followed him a long time. He is a cocky son of a bitch, but he's also a lot of people mistake cockiness and arrogance. with confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a confident dude. He knows he's very good, and from what all the NFL execs and scouts say is
But he's still
he's
cocky,
intelligent, but he's still a Cardinals quarterback, and the Cardinals can't protect shit.
Quit the fucking smirks.
I'm just telling you, man.
I saw it in your face.
I'm telling
Like it
you.
is.
Whereas a Dak
But-
Prescott,
But,
you know what I'm saying? He gets protected, and look
All right.
what he does.
You bring that up. Let's talk a little bit about playoff predictions.
Let's
so
go, baby.
this week we have Seattle and Dallas.
Yes.
So I have a
Dallas.
real hard struggle with this
wow.
oh,
matchup.
how hard is it?
What do we got?
Throbbing. It's throbbing.
Oh boy.
So-
Brother.
So I can't see Dallas moving further in the playoffs yet. I don't think Dak's ready. That's my whole holdup. But I know Russell Wilson knows how to win a
He does.
playoff
Yeah.
game.
He does. He does.
I was
I'm
gonna
with you.
say,
Your logic
yeah.
is strong. If I
But-
think where you're going.
I still can't see Seattle moving deep into the playoffs right now. Their team's not ready.
So here, it's almost like Russell Wilson is growing into like the Tom Brady in that Tom Brady has had shit fucking players around him at times, and
Yeah,
yet they
I agree
fucking
with
still
that.
win, right? So you go, well, listen, a lot of it has to do with Kraft, the owner. A lot of it has to do with Belichick, and a lot has to do with Brady, right? And I think you see the same thing in Seattle prior to Paul Allen.
R.I.P..
Passing away, R.I.P. He was a phenomenal. Everyone loved playing for that man, probably because he had more money than God, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
true.
it was just a godsend to play there. But you had him as the owner, similar to Robert Kraft. Then you have Pete Carroll, which when he was at SC, fuck him. But he's a good coach. But Russell
He's
Wilson,
no Belichick though.
no, but he's
It's true.
extremely well. Look, dude, ask anyone. Pete Carroll's a fucking intelligent guy,
Yeah, I agree
right?
with that. Yeah.
And
For the exception of when he decided
I mean,
to
to
run
cheat.
instead
I'm-
of.
oh yeah, then tackle
yeah.
the SC allegations. But here's the thing: Russell Wilson, as you've
He was
seen
talking
this
about the Marshall
season,
Lynch, but
Instead of
Yeah,
ran
he
ball
did the
instead
Marshall
of
Lynch
threw it.
run.
Oh, you're talking about that
Or
one.
he
Oh,
passed-
I
he
thought you were
passed
talking about
and
what
run.
he.
Yeah.
Well, because
Yeah,
he
Super
ran
Bowl.
away from SC when that Reggie Bush drama was
Yeah.
going down,
To
and
get-
then he
to get
ran
his-
to the NFL. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, he should have fucking ran the rock with beast mode. I don't know how the hell you throw that shit, but word up Malcolm Butler for the interception.
Yeah.
But what the comparison I was going to make is that Russell Wilson is a winner.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He was in college, and he has been in the
He
pros.
played
He
in
has,
Wisconsin. Of course, he's a winner.
of course.
oh god.
Those white-
So
So-
how many pieces of cheese do you think he eats a day?
about
No,
4 slices.
he's not
Four
originally.
slices.
He's not from Wisconsin. He
I
played
just-
in Wisconsin.
yeah,
That's-
and
it's different.
I just really think
So
that
two pieces?
Seattle
Not
could
four?
do it. See, I mean, I like where
You-
you're headed
okay.
with your comment. Again, being a Dallas fan, I want them to win. I think they've got a great team. Their
The mo-
defense is better,
The momentum is with Dallas for sure.
most definitely.
But-
But you don't ever count Seattle out.
No.
Just like
No,
I've always
yeah.
said, you never count Patriots out
Yeah.
ever.
Oh my god, yeah.
They're
I
that
know.
team.
I'm
Listen,
gonna
so
fucking
They always
team.
say defense wins games, right? They do.
Yeah.
And for the most part it does. In any sport, defense almost wins games. But I'll tell you what, winners find ways to fucking win.
Yeah.
And that's how, I think Russell Wilson could do it. But fuck him.
Beyond that game though, like I don't see them going either
No.
team.
Is it-
Beyond that, I don't see them going anywhere.
Is it
beyond that.
possible
No?
to ask
No.
for either team to not win?
You
Because
can't-
I don't want Seattle to win.
And I want
And I
Dallas.
hate
I
the
don't even think-
Cowboys.
They can't even tie,
So-
right? They can't even do that.
No, you have
Yeah,
to
you
keep
can't-
going.
you have to keep
have
going.
There has to be a
until-
winner.
It's a
Yeah,
playoff.
yeah.
Someone has to go on
Someone
the
has to
play.
win.
has to win.
But I want them both to lose. I don't know how that happens, but
I mean,
I
on
want
one
that.
side you have the New Orleans Saints sitting waiting, and on the
I
other
hope-
side you've got
yeah. The Rams.
we've got the
Oh, yeah,
Rams,
the
you have the
Rams.
Rams, and then you have the Chiefs, and then you have also the Patriots.
So-
So you
Who do
you bring that up. Who do you think is going to be victor between San Diego and the Chiefs?
Well, I mean, San Diego has to get past Baltimore. I think they play Baltimore.
Oh,
if I'm
that's
not
right. They
mistaken.
played Baltimore
San Diego.
first. Yeah,
Yeah, San Diego Chargers
I
play.
thought it was
but
LA Chargers.
they last.
Well, okay,
no.
excuse me. You're right. It
LA
is.
Chargers.
Whatever.
It is the
It's
Los
still San
Angeles
Diego.
San Diego Chargers
Until
from
they
fucking
actually make-
San, or no, it's the Los Angeles Chargers from fucking San Diego or
Yeah.
some shit like that. But yes,
Yeah,
those
bring
those
up the
if I'm not-
matchups.
So the predictions, or just to win, right?
Yeah, fuck
Prediction
that.
right now is the Saints.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, Dallas exposed the Saints.
21%.
You can beat them.
You can.
All
can.
these teams are. We were talking about this
So,
before the podcast. There is
the
no real winner.
the Saints
or
are
real,
20
No, there isn't.
big
And,
horse.
and this is the gap. This
Any
is what I
team
was,
could make it.
Okay,
Yes.
so the past 27 years shows that there's been a bigger gap on the playoff run.
Mhm.
So the past 27 years, it's always been someone like dominant, right?
Right,
Which
right.
is probably mainly fucking New England, right?
Yeah.
Or at least in the
Yeah.
past whatever years.
15 years. Yep.
So that's been them, right? 30%. So now the Saints are 21%, and the Chiefs are right there at 20%. The Patriots 14. And that's the
This is
Rams
making
13.
it to the Super Bowl, right? Or
This is-
winning
this
the
is
Super
winning.
Bowl. Winning the
This year's
Super Bowl.
playoffs more wide open than usual. This is the probability of winning
Well,
the Super Bowl.
the reason for that is because most teams haven't been dominant through the season. Most teams are coming in with what, 10 wins maybe?
Yeah.
This
Or if
particular
that-
season?
This season,
Yes,
yes.
you're
the-
correct.
yeah.
Yes.
Like this season has been average at best for the teams
right,
that are
so
in
it's,
the playoffs.
it's been like everybody, like even like when the Saints were dominant, they lost, or not the Saints. Yeah, the Saints.
Well, the Saints
lost,
they did. The
they lost,
Chiefs.
like Cowboys, and then
Yep.
and then the Rams were doing awesome. And they lost to the Saints, I think, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it's like it's almost like it's
Chiefs have
back and
also
forth.
lost to the Rams.
Yeah, so it's almost like who the fuck's gonna take it? So it's
Yeah.
almost like it's almost home field. It's gonna come down to who has home field. It's gonna come down to who has the best potential chances of showing up that day and fucking making it happen. So it's really whatever
You
happens.
never
like,
count New England out, man.
Never
If
can.
they
Never
get their
can.
defense
Never
to
can.
show up,
They
know.
just they just need to make it to the playoffs and then they'll
and then
make
they're in.
Yeah.
They're in.
Yeah,
So
they got-
Never
buy.
count New England out. That's,
Well, we always
that's
say
fucking
this
true.
when it comes to even our league and fantasy. All you need to do is make the playoffs,
That's
and then
it.
from there,
Yeah.
it's anybody's fucking game.
yeah,
well,
I lost.
This year, I think it was pretty.
but that's for any. I mean,
Troy.
I think Troy was pretty dominant.
Yeah.
Well, he
this
was
year.
dominant,
He was
but
really
he had been the
dominant.
whole.
He was definitely
season.
New England. He was definitely New
Yes.
England to our fucking league this
He
year.
was very. He had a
Yeah.
very good team.
Hell
He had
yeah,
a very
he
good
did.
team. But you look at like I forget what year the Boston Red Sox came back and beat the Yankees in the World Series when they were down 3-0.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
that
do
was,
you do
that was
that?
the year they broke the curse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Just like when
The Red
Golden
Sox.
State was up on Cleveland 3-0,
and then,
and then
then
Cleveland
Cleveland
came
came
back.
back and won.
That's when LeBron
It's
and you were
anybody's
like,
Oh,
game.
yeah, that's what
It's
it is.
Crying,
it's
crying.
anybody's
any,
game.
yeah, they always say any given Sunday.
Yep.
Any
So-
given- do it.
Give a prediction then.
Okay.
What does the
taking it?
Super Bowl look
Yeah,
like?
who do you-
No one taking it. Just who
Just
makes it to the
who's
Super
there?
Bowl?
Who's there?
AFC, NFC. Who makes
Go.
the Super Bowl?
Not the Cowboys. Go.
I'd say Patriots,
Okay.
and then not who I want to get in there, right? Just who
Just
do
who's
you
going to be
think?
there not to win.
I mean,
just,
if it's your team that you want to be there, that's fine. But who do you think is going to make it? Like,
Well, who would it be on the other side? The Chiefs
NFCs.
and the Rams? Then
so you already got the Patriots. That's AFC. So
Yeah.
it's going to be NFC. So it's
I
going to
would
be
say
so Rams or
if
The
Todd
Colt-
if Todd Gurley well, yeah, did the Colts end up
Colts
winning?
won today.
They did.
It was 21-7.
Yeah, 21-7.
Unbelievable, man! That guy's a winner.
It's an upset.
I would say if Gurley is healthy, I would say the Rams and the Patriots.
okay, all right.
It'll be a good game.
What about you, Scotty?
Shit, man. I don't want the Rams to win
Why not?
because I'm a Cardinal fan, dude.
Yeah,
but
that's our division.
I know. It would be okay. It would be nice to see a rematch between the Eagles and New England.
Okay.
Eagle. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, obviously it's a burn to you, but that's fine. Because I really don't want to see the Rams go. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I had Todd Gurley all year, and he was my workhorse. He was my guy. I want to see him win.
I mean, he was
But-
he avoided going into the end zone like 2-3 different times
I
in
know.
the season.
I know
Man.
because
Guy's a
he
stud.
was scoring too much,
Yeah.
and then typically was the Cardinals
Yeah.
when he did that. But yeah,
It's so sad when a team goes and loses to the Cardinals. They just immediately start firing people. Like if you
I know.
Oh,
well, yeah,
Green
you
Bay.
lose
Oh,
to the
Green
Cardinals,
Bay.
you
Green
suck
Bay.
so
You know,
bad.
Green Bay.
Listen, brother.
Dude, just stick the poker right in the wound. That's exactly right there. Yeah.
What do you think?
You're
You know what's funny about that?
What's up?
The Cardinals are interested in McCarthy.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
They
yeah.
should.
They are.
They
Yeah.
should.
I read
But I
that,
made a comment. I made a comment of that as soon as we started talking. We brought that up before that even became an interest topic.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I remember.
and I was
that.
all like, yeah, the Cardinals make huge
They should.
mistakes
They should.
all the time.
No, because you don't like them. Nice.
So who do you think is
Albert,
gonna
go.
Rams,
Yeah.
and I think either Patriots or the Chiefs.
Chiefs would be nice.
Yeah.
So
Chiefs are good. They got.
Yeah.
I have
coaches.
like a long shot in my mind that I want to see happen. I don't think
Cardinals,
Packers aren't even in the playoffs. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cardinals,
Don't say
and,
Texans because they're out.
no. So essentially, I think it's a year too early because the stadium's not done yet. But I think it could happen.
Oakland?
It's a long shot. Nope. Chargers and the Rams.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
I think it's a year.
That would
It's
happen.
a year too early, right? Or maybe it's 2 years too early. When's the stadium done in LA?
It might be
2020.
2020. So next year.
Next year.
So it's a year too early for it to happen because they get a Super Bowl as soon as that stadium's done.
That'd be
Aren't you-
awesome. It's a
aren't you
home.
a little
It's a home.
nervous with Philip Rivers? I feel like this is his year. He's had his career year. Philip
He's
Rivers
doing
is
awesome.
old, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I get what
do you
you're
mean
saying. I
this
get
is-
what you're
what do you
saying,
mean
but
this is
because
year,
of the
like,
year
that?
that he's had, they're gonna double down on him.
The thing with Phillips, he's awesome. I mean he's their whole Chargers team is under the radar.
Did
Like
you call
nobody.
him Phillips?
I call him Phillips.
Phillips.
Yeah, that's why I
But
said
then you
Phillips.
said
I
right.
rebutted
But
it.
you know his name is Philip Rivers, right?
What
Not
did I say?
Phillips.
Yeah, you said Phillips.
Did I fuck it up twice?
It's okay,
I
bro.
tried to correct it, and I still
It's
fucked
all
it up.
right. You called me out a couple times,
Either way,
so just give a little redemption.
good burn, I guess. But yeah, they're under the radar, so that's why that'd be good to see them go.
They're the underdog for
They
sure.
are. They are. Like nobody.
And we've already brought this up on the podcast before. Like, and none of us are a Chargers fan whatsoever. But
no.
he has been so underrated this season.
I agree.
Always.
He has had
Always though.
the best
Yeah, I
season
agree.
in his career, in maybe San Diego in general. But I don't know. He's on
they're
a drive.
LA now.
He's
They're LA
gotten
now.
through his shit right before the playoffs started. Right.
Right.
I think that if he shows up this next matchup, I don't know, maybe. I think it's a year too soon, but I think this is coming.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
I'm not going to argue with that. He's an unbelievable player. He really is, and he has
Passion.
the pieces around him right now. You know, with
You got
Williams,
other people.
Keenan Allen. Even though Melvin Gordon got hurt, you saw
Yeah.
Austin Eckler do well. Then you saw that other running back. Was it Justin Johnson?
Yep.
So, something like
I just
that. He
agree
stepped
with
in
you.
and
I
do
don't know.
well. I mean, even Antonio Gates, old timer
up.
came back. Had a couple catches there.
Wheelchairing it up.
What
Wheelchairing
is
it
that?
up.
Henry, the other tight end, got hurt. Their defense is stacked with, and then they didn't have Bosa even the whole year. Joey Bosa, he came back towards the end of the year. So I don't disagree with you. Plus they have got a good coach.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I just have
Who do they play next?
they
Baltimore, right?
that is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ravens,
The
which
Ravens.
I don't think Baltimore will win only because it's hard to beat a team twice.
But
in
Baltimore
one season.
whooped their ass last time they
Yeah,
met.
I was at that game. It was fucking
yeah?
depressing. Yes,
Damn.
it was over. It was on the Saturday before Christmas, the 23rd.
Yeah.
Or 20, yeah, I think it was the 23rd. But it was frustrating. Philip Rivers, I don't even know if he threw a pass for a first down. I think all the first downs, which weren't many, were
Yeah,
off running
running.
plays. It was absolutely pathetic. And Lamar
Really?
Jackson ran all over them. Yeah, it was. But when you play Baltimore, when you play good defense teams, it's usually an ugly game. But they made it extra ugly, and I think the fact that by the time that they were playing them, Baltimore needed. You're right over there. Baltimore needed that win to get in the playoffs, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chargers already, so
Maybe
Okay.
they
Well-
threw the game. Maybe
Smart.
I don't
Why
think
not?
so. But
No team throws the game. That's just not how the NFL works.
Well, why not? If it's not even.
Yeah, but I mean,
Why not? 'Cause
there's
why-
like
why
an
wouldn't you
intentional
rather-
throw the game. Like you.
Why wouldn't you
would
want to see
tell.
the Ravens, who probably doesn't have a decent offense? I mean, they have a good defense. Why wouldn't you want to have that versus having the Steelers?
fuck the Steelers.
You know what I mean? Like, why? I mean, they
I
have
don't-
an explosive
yeah.
offense. They're
I
obviously
don't
hit or
think-
miss.
Yeah, the way that I see them not throwing the game is I think that the Steelers or the Ravens, they don't care. So they just didn't put enough effort into it, and that's the reason the game came out the way it did.
You're saying the Ravens didn't care?
No,
The
Chargers didn't care.
Yes.
Because the
I
Steelers...
think they cared,
Why-
but I don't think it wasn't like a pivotal
Exactly.
pivotal.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting
Right,
at.
pivotal
yeah.
must-win match,
Right.
must-win game where it's
'Cause
like you got to win to get in.
You can bench your guys to be more healthy come when it matters,
Yeah,
which is
similar to
normal.
what the Cowboys did.
Right.
You know, they benched Ezekiel Elliott,
Which
but
is-
played Dak Prescott, which doesn't make much sense.
which makes sense.
I think
for,
he needs the experience. And
I would agree with
we
you.
had this conversation
Yeah,
before.
we did.
Dak
I
Prescott.
think that Dak needs to continue to play to keep his momentum up
Yes.
Oh yeah.
because he's just still too fresh.
And
So
it's-
I think that them playing him that game instead of resting him is going to keep him prime for Seattle.
Yes.
Okay.
And I hope he can do well and perform well. I want him to do. Listen, Russell Wilson has a ring,
Yeah.
right? They've done well. They did surprisingly well this season. And maybe I'm just a little sensitive because I like the Cowboys, but I really want Dak to do well. You know,
Oh,
like
we all know about sensitivity on this.
yeah.
we know
Audience?
this guy over here. Don't talk about the Cardinals, baby.
Shit.
But I mean, I have season tickets to the Cardinals, and it was. I mean, towards the end of the year, we were selling our tickets
Makes
because
sense.
it was that difficult to watch.
That's hilarious.
Oh really?
Bro, they
Selling
were just
them?
getting beat down.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
sometimes-
was
Alright.
I was
Well,
at
you
the
went to the
I was
Rams,
at
didn't you?
Rams game.
Yeah. Oh, you did it. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't realize we were going to take so long on sports talk. Let's take
Shit,
a
that's
minor
like-
break
that's
real
like a
quick.
fucking hour.
I know. Let's take a minor break, and then we'll come back. We'll finish up the rest of the show with a few other things, and then from there we'll,
Jesus.
cheeses and rices.
Oh,
All
and
right.
Cheez-Its.
Sounds good.
Cheez-Its.
Take a small break.
Oh.
All right. Well, we are back to our podcast.
We are?
So yeah,
What the fuck?
we're doing the next our
was
next
quick.
subject. No more sports talk. We did enough.
Holy shit! Yeah, we did.
God, I love sports.
I know you do.
Yes.
We know.
All right. So our next segment is a couple videos that I found recently on the internet. So
And
I
we're gonna
wanted
comment
to.
too.
Yeah, we're gonna comment to them basically, as soon as I can pull them up. I had it pulled up. I don't know what happened.
Some videos.
Yep. So our first one,
Okay.
it's kind of like a not pulling up. God damn it! I had it pulled up before too.
That's bullshit.
God, you suck.
I know.
Big time.
This first
Hey,
day.
technical
First day.
difficulties.
Yeah.
This is why we edit stuff.
Got it.
Normally we don't, though. I don't think. I mean, we do when it's bad.
we
but-
do, we know. So the GIF, or however you want to call it, is penguins fall down, resulting in best sound ever.
Really?
So tell me what you hear as this happens.
Sad.
Do you need me to play it again?
Yes. What is
Okay,
this?
here we go.
That's sad.
So this is
Penguins.
penguins, and one falls over.
And it's crying?
Like,
That's so fucking sad.
Where do you find these
yeah,
things?
no shit, dude.
Fucking-
You find this amusing that this little
Well,
penguin
when
fell
he's-
down out of line.
No, when
No,
he's
so-
when he's
so
out
there
at the
was-
workshop,
There was a question along with this.
Okay.
when he's
What do you hear
oh,
when all of it transpires?
I hear penguin fuck.
You hear penguin fuck. Okay.
That's me.
What do you hear? What do you hear?
I just hear like.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
You actually heard someone say something?
I didn't hear anything.
No, that's I'm
Really?
I'm
Yeah,
interpreting.
no, that's, what do you
I'm
hear?
I'm hearing
what
the-
do you hear?
I'm
That's what
hearing I'm hearing penguin saying fuck.
There's something like that.
Let me see, do it again.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if you have it in your head,
See, I hear
Okay,
fuck
now
at
I
the
have
end.
fuck in my
Yeah.
head.
Did you hear
yeah.
fuck at the end?
Fuck.
Fuck.
So the rest of the gift goes, it's like, I don't speak penguin, but I know they said, damn! And that one said, fuck!
Oh, see?
That was close.
Wow,
Good job.
that's good.
Good job.
I speak
He
penguin.
said penguin fuck.
Penguin fuck. Penguin says fuck.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. All
No,
right,
I
so
did
this is
it. I
this
did
one
it.
is the sound of Albert's people.
Oh, Mexican talk.
Are you away?
No, you gotta play from the beginning.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
He's like, ooh.
Oh, he's getting his Mandela ready.
Are you away?
You know how with the crystal, you hear like
Yeah.
when you hear it like on a Modelo.
Are you away?
Is that how the Mandela
Are
sounds
you
when you do that?
What is that? Yeah, bro.
I want to get a Modelo to do that. They do that?
Everyone,
Are you
as long
away?
as you're around a Mexican.
That must be. That must be. Oh shit!
I saw that one, but it was with a Bud Light.
That must be. What did it say though? Was it the same song?
No, it's different song.
Different song?
Different song.
It's a different one. Oh, wow.
All right, my last one. So this one is a game, a new game that's been trending. I'm just gonna put this out here.
Do you know that guy, Mark?
I don't know.
'Cause the beard?
Some kind of homeless guy. We may end up. I don't know.
He's got candy canes in his
We
beard.
feed him at least once a week. This is a game they play. So this is similar to Jenga.
Okay.
Nice.
Have you seen it?
What
No,
are they?
I
They're
haven't seen
each
it.
pulling a little what away?
So it's
Is that
just
a
like
mouse
little
trap?
bit of, yeah, it's a mouse trap. They're pulling a little bit of chip or like a cheese or whatever you want to say.
Oh my god.
Can he
Whack.
Get, oh, can he get it out? Oh, can he get it out? That's a good game. Does that fucking break his finger?
It's going to.
Oh, I'm gonna get that fucking cheese.
hold
I'm gonna get that cheese. He fucking lost.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you missed
It
it.
got his finger.
Oh,
It got his
he lost
finger.
it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll bring it back one more time.
Get closer. Get closer.
This one. Oh, your guys' reaction is just fucking hilarious. You seen it, right?
Just looks bad. Can you imagine fucking even trying to pull that thing off after?
You would think he's fucking father time. He could fucking stop time.
So he's
He
playing with
looks-
someone behind the camera, right? And they're like still pulling the cheese or the whatever shit out of there. What kind of game is this? Is like Russian roulette, is it not? I mean,
Yeah, it is.
seriously.
It is.
Like
That's
right
pretty
here, this
cool.
guy, he tries to get it and he misses it.
I'm
Watch.
gonna go.
Right.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
Ooh,
damn it.
good
now
close.
it's
Good
like-
close. Good close. Go.
He's like, hold on, I gotta get in there again. Hold on.
Fuck off, man.
This is tough, man. Oh, he just sort of
Is that what
fucks
you heard
himself.
about-
Oh,
Ah, shit. I give up. I give up.
We're Tenacious D. We're still.
Oh no, no more
God,
Tenacious D.
I would not play that.
that is.
Fuck that.
Tenacious D is good.
Is that what that is called?
No, do you know Tenacious
Yeah.
D?
That was crazy.
Listen,
that was
what
the
I
band.
do know right now is that Dallas is up
I know.
Bye.
oh
I know.
shit.
by a
3-0.
whopping 3 points.
First quarter, 3-0.
Listen, all right. I wonder if a postseason game has ever finished 3-0.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I would ask Siri right now, but
We
she'd
don't
probably
have Siri.
fuck up.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
Siri.
seriously.
She would fuck it up.
We got any more videos? Those
So
were
what it-
No,
kind
that
of
was
amusing.
it. Was that it?
I have more, but not for this episode. So
Yeah.
I will
man.
share them with you,
Okay,
though,
okay.
so you can watch more of these.
So let's go to the next topic.
I was gonna say what your opinion of watching videos and whatnot. on
No,
the
I
thing.
like it. That's good. We should
That
do
was actually pretty fucking funny.
That was.
That
You
was
know
good.
what's interesting though? I'd like to be in your position where it is. I'm watching you guys react to this.
Watch, yeah.
You're just like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
it's like,
yeah.
so
That's true.
You did. You threw me off. You're like, oh shit! Like,
Yo,
maybe we
I'm
got
just thinking of
that.
them. That man is in serious pain.
Yeah.
I bet you those things could probably break your
Oh,
finger.
without
Oh yeah,
a
yeah,
doubt.
Snap
for
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No, thank you.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like that's just
Oh.
what kind of fucking game is that?
Next time
Did
you're
he go
on.
another round?
Hey,
Right.
next time you're on, let's
Right.
play.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, thank
Yeah.
you.
No,
Me and
they-
you. Who wants to play? I'll play with somebody.
I'm not playing with a fucking mousetrap. Are you
Why not? I'll play with you
serious?
guys.
No way. I'll play Jenga with you.
Okay, let's get a
That
home.
was
No,
a
no,
form
no,
of
no, no,
Jenga.
no, no. Next episode we do that. I'll play with somebody. A homeless.
What?
You play with him.
I will.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That-
I don't know if you can find a homeless man that would do that.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
think so? Okay.
No, we found some guys that were sitting over at the fucking Circle K.
No, those are helpers.
Help.
Get some helpers.
Yeah, yeah.
Helpers will do it. $10 an
I'm
hour.
sure they're on the verge of being homeless. Whatever. All right. So the next you were going into the next topic.
No, I was
you
saying
were
let's
making
go.
a
I said
segment.
let's move on, but
Yeah,
okay,
all
go
right.
ahead. You go ahead. You're good. You're the this segment.
Flour or corn tortilla, guys?
Well, no, on our
Flour or corn
on our
tortilla?
Facebook, we posted a meme meme.
No, it's
No,
meme.
I'm not gonna do
God
it.
damn it! Don't do that.
I've done it like 4 times. It's fucking
Don't
insane.
do it.
It's meme.
I posted a meme. I didn't actually, Albert. I don't even want to.
Oh no! Do you want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about. Let's just quickly talk about why Albert had to be the admin because you got banned from Facebook from your own account. But go ahead.
I did, yeah. No, so I ended up recommending a certain website to somebody jokingly via a Bird Box meme. And
Meme. God damn it.
Mem?
Damn, I did it
What are you,
again.
French?
Yeah.
It's a mem. Pronounced hey mem.
It's a croissant. No. So I ended up with the meme that I posted was porn related. Somebody asked what site are you watching to get that meme? And then I put my recommended site in
So
Facebook. Facebook added a hyperlink. Facebook then banned me.
So do you
Forever?
Do you
No, for
no
30
just 30
days.
days. But do you think it was a Facebook like fucking assassin that was after you to get to knock you out from fucking
No. Facebook is more technically advanced with
than having
fucking-
assassins?
No, yeah.
I believe
No.
Facebook's would have assassins.
Facebook has a program that will
Slash
auto
assassins.
detect this. So if it has any type of nudity or
That's it.
vulgar
Porn.
language
You,
or
look at
whatever,
you. You
it's
get put on timeout
boom.
for 30 days.
Well,
Did you learn your lesson?
there-
So
so there's
let's
more
no.
backstory there. He's made several bad
So-
choices in life.
Normally, if this is like your first offense,
Oh,
it's
Lord, here we go.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Okay.
After that, it goes beyond it. They go like 72 hours, a
Oh,
week.
he's
so
been through that.
So
He's
you're at
been
30
through that.
days.
Wow.
They don't
You
do
worked
the one
your way
two-
up to 30 days.
Yeah,
So this is like it's like a badge of honor. This is like something he carries with pride.
Yeah,
Listen,
this
dude,
is
I've
our
been banned for 30. How long you have been banned for?
this is our admin.
yeah.
Yeah. Way to go! You can't even promote what you need to promote.
Yeah.
You're banned.
So he had me do it.
It sounds about right.
Midweek, I'm texting the group that we have. We have a group text. I said, Albert, throw this up on our page and ask the question, which do you prefer? And then nothing happened for a few days. I'm all like, bro, throw the fucking thing on to the Facebook. So he did, and we got a whole fucking ton of feedback of which do you prefer?
Corn or flour?
Yeah, corn or
Tortilla.
flour with your tortilla. So, Brandon, we ask you now. What do you prefer?
I would say for tacos, corn.
All
For
right.
burritos, flour.
Oh, look at you.
Oh. Do I need to go with one?
Oh no, you're right. You're
No,
right. That's good. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
I think
Yeah,
somebody,
so
so
in
that
a
makes
burrito,
sense.
somebody made a comment.
I had a
yeah.
coordinator
in a
in my
burrito, I
head.
like the flour.
Yeah,
you know. and
you're
it's-
right.
but for a taco, I love the corn tortillas. Those are like those street taco tortillas, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
have.
looking at you because you're Mexican
This guy
or
knows.
Hispanic, and I'm
My-
looking for validation here.
Okay,
Was that the right choice?
Have you ever?
I'm indecisive. I thought I was.
Have you ever had
I
a
agree
corn tortilla burrito?
Sit the fuck down.
Well, I guess that's my point. You can't roll that motherfucker up into one. No.
That's.
For me, no matter what it is.
Is it called an egg roll?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I have a question when you're done. Go ahead.
No, for me it's all flour. I don't like corn tortillas.
See, I told you.
He's
all
white. He's
flour.
white. He's white. So that's why I love the white flour. Cortinas.
Whoa, boy.
Cortinas?
The flour.
Isn't that a Taco Bell restaurant?
Could be. What?
Cortina?
Maybe.
No,
But
that's Cantina.
but I'm
Not even close.
what I was thinking is there a corn burrito?
No, that's what
That
Albert
should be a
just asked,
fucking
yeah.
thing. Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
That should be a
Have
thing.
you ever had a corn?
That'd be an
tortilla burrito?
awesome thing. Like, why hasn't anyone done? Like, just
All
make
right,
that
guys.
bigger.
Right now, we're
do
we're
that.
Gonna,
The
we're
2.5
gonna plan
amigo-
a board meeting over at Asaderos,
To have them make a big ass corn burrito.
Yep.
Burrito?
I'll have it
and then we're gonna tell them we need royalties for that.
for real. Just
That was our idea.
just
What
15
about you,
cents.
Mark?
15 cents.
Flour only, flour. I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Tacos, burritos, and
Flour?
Yeah,
Same with you?
I'm the
Flour
same way.
only?
I'm the same
I
way.
don't like corn tortillas.
You
Me
don't?
neither.
No.
God, you were so white. Oh my god.
What are the street tacos? Like the ones
That'd be
you can
corn.
do
That'd
both.
be
You can
corn.
do
I know,
both.
but what do you usually get like when you go to get a traditional street taco?
I always ask for flour.
You ask for it. So
Yeah.
what does it come with if you don't ask for it?
Probably corn.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they do corn
Yeah.
before flour. with
Yeah,
any
usually they'll do
tacos.
corn
Okay.
first.
Okay.
I always just ask for
So
flour.
what were the majority of the answers that you got when you said you got?
I
a
got
ton of feedback?
flour. I got
The
corn.
majority? Well, clearly it's
No.
either one or the other.
I got flour.
Well, I got
Flour,
I got a
and
lot of
corn.
flour and a lot of corn. Got it. All
And I
right.
got somebody saying the same thing you said. Corn for the tacos and burrito for the.
Yeah, we
and
did
flour
have
for
a
the
few
burrito.
people actually that said that.
Oh, okay.
The thing with the Facebook ban is like I can see what's going on. Like
You
they
just
let
can't
me
post.
access
can't post.
Facebook.
View
Yeah,
it. You can
I
view it. You
Yep.
can't say anything.
I can't say anything. So
For
I
how much
see- I
longer?
see what you're doing.
What's going
Well,
on?
for
I
30
still
days.
have 28 days.
Oh, so this
but-
is recent.
Yeah,
2
yeah.
days ago.
No, this ban
Okay,
just
but
happened.
but what happened? What happened?
Fresh.
There's a
The wound is
dispute.
fresh.
There's a dispute going on.
Oh,
Though. How'd that go?
You filed an
Or is
appeal.
it still
so
going?
I have not heard back from the dispute yet. They're still
Did
taking
you
their
hire an
time.
attorney? No, is there like an internet
Use your
Facebook attorney
use
that
your,
you
use your
to advocate for you to
use
be like,
your
let my
legal
client
coun-
back onto this site,
he
please.
needs legal counsel.
No,
Yeah.
they ask you they're like, "Hey, did you post this?" And then they let you give a little rebuttal or whatever.
You should
and
say no.
you'd be like, "Well,
See,
a
Albert
rebuttal,"
did it.
and
They're
my
like,
my,
"Yo,
dis-
dude,
my
Albert
dispute
did it.
is, yes, I referred this, like I did it, but I didn't.
They asked.
No, I didn't know you were gonna post a fucking hyperlink to it.
Right,
so.
right.
Oh, they posted it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
when,
them
when
then.
you put the website into it, it automatically posts
Turns
a
into
hyperlink.
Yeah,
a
of
hyperlink
course.
because it has the .com.
Yeah.
And then all of a
yeah.
sudden, you're going to see whatever's on the website's current photo. So,
of
yeah,
course.
there's going to be a fucking gangbang.
What was their
and
response
a
to your
hyperlink,
appeal?
Whatever.
Or your
Nothing-
dispute.
I haven't had one yet. The appeal took this morning, and I've been waiting since.
I hope
Sorry.
this was a very well written, articulate. appeal.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope this is well thought out. You
That
know,
should be a
your
good-
position-
that should-
that
that
was
should've been
my
a-
argument. I was all like, I put this to be funny. This website, I admitted to it. Yes, I did it, but I didn't know that Facebook was gonna automatically put a hyperlink to what I put.
Mm-hmm.
That's not on me. That's on you. So that's essentially what I did or what I put.
Interesting. I'd like to know the outcome of that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's
they-
good.
they-
That's
they-
good.
I'll be asking daily.
Yeah,
at work.
We'll see in 30 days. We'll see in 30 days because he's gonna be banned.
They
Yeah.
said already they're gonna get back to him in 28 days.
Yeah, right.
The appeal takes 30 days, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think he
That's
lost.
a classic response.
I think he
20
lost.
You'll hear from us in 28.
So we'll see. We'll see if I get free, if I get let go early or whatever, and then that's great.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if not,
Post, I'm out of Facebook
yeah,
jail.
Albert will be
So
posting the rest
okay,
of our
so
content this
so
year.
okay, hold
This
on.
month.
Did you learn anything?
No,
Because you're in trouble right now, right?
yeah,
like you're in
I gue-
timeout. You're in
I guess I
timeout.
did. I guess I did.
Did you learn anything?
You got to
Put a space between the dot and com,
No.
and the hyperlink won't show
no.
up.
Don't
Oh,
give
don't
them
fuck
any
it up.
more fucking hyperlinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give. Yeah.
Yeah.
No more.
All right.
Just say
no
search
more
it out.
putting websites. In
Search
the
it
thing.
out. Hashtag fucking amigo half. Amigos,
You know what's
2.5.
funny about that though is that Facebook's still asking me to be, hey, why don't you boost this post? So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna ban you for 30 days, but hey, spend
ahead.
some money on advertising.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That engine's too big, man. It just
Yeah.
keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
run- it's gonna run over everyone. Wait, look at what we just saw outside. Yeah, we got so busy we just had to start renting U-Haul trucks to get
Oh,
our
yeah.
deliveries around.
Oh, the fucking Amazon delivery
Amazon guy.
Yes, yeah.
Unbelievable.
During break, guys. During the break. All right, next subject. We're gonna splice through this. Is random conversation / what's going on with the podcast.
Oh,
I think we should give
I
Brandon some insight as to like how much we're growing right now.
well,
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
wanna
say
hear.
that I think we had really good random thoughts already with the sports, but
Deviating from
Let's get
But-
carried away.
but let's just talk about the what's going on and
Mark,
Yep.
go
Go
for it, Mark.
All right,
You're the
so
expert.
from what you
We
know
actually-
before you got banned 2 days ago.
Well, I'm not banned from the internet.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what's funny about that is I can post on Instagram, who is owned by Facebook, and then that post will filter over to our website.
No, but there
Nice.
you go.
There you go. Shh. They're gonna shut you down.
We
So
have a
Lou-
Fucking
Twitter.
heard you.
We have a Twitter account. That's a new social media that we opened up just
Oh.
recently. So we have
Did we?
that.
I didn't know about that.
All of our
I just
links.
learned that.
All of our links are on our website that we recently created. 2.5amigos.com.
Don't post the hyperlink though.
I still want to.
Be careful.
We should also talk about our shirts.
New shirts.
I
yes.
love those, by the way.
We got
Which
Get
you
some
can,
those.
iron
which you
on.
can buy those
Yep.
on our.
They definitely
Side.
make my titties a little hard right now.
Hey,
We'll get you one.
I'd love one.
Be a guest.
That's not part of the
No,
to-go
you'll
bag.
get one. You'll get one.
All right. That's our gift package away, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
for our fan or our
Kind
guests.
of like when Derek Jeter would get rid of every.
Let me
Here you go. Here you
every
go.
one with a.
Here's your bag.
Thank you, sweetheart. Have a
let
good
me
one.
let me ask you this.
Yes.
What's your opinion on fanny packs?
Well, I don't own one.
Okay. Second question: Do
they're-
you want one?
Would
I-
you
I
wear
wouldn't.
one?
That's the better question. Is
Yeah.
would I wear one? The answer would be, if I paid for it, I would give it a shot. If I didn't pay for it, probably not. No, but if I pay for something, I want to try to get some use out of it. But no, I don't. I've
Why-
never
Okay.
been a big
Let
fan.
me-
but
let
I
me
understand
ask
the
you.
idea.
Let me
I'd
let me
rather
ask you
rock
this.
a backpack.
Why? What are reasons you would wear a fanny pack?
Yeah. No. The bigger question would be, if you bought one, what would it look like? So we can like bedazzle it to make it what you want. Go. So does it need like fucking like metal studs on the belt?
No.
Or
I mean, keeping with the sports theme, I'd probably want my favorite sports teams represented on the fanny
yeah,
pack.
I don't do that.
Like Lakers, Dodgers, yeah.
I don't do
yeah.
that. Keep going. Keep going.
Dallas. So.
All right.
He's
Okay.
like,
But if I was to wear a fanny pack, the reasons would be so that I could free my hands up to do whatever I need,
And
but
just
still
put
have
shit
space
in there.
on me.
Yeah.
Your phone would be in there at least, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
B would be get everything out of my pockets.
Yes, in
into
your
some-
fanny
into
pack.
The
Your
fanny
fanny
pack.
pack. All right.
I don't like having things in my
Shit in your
pockets.
pocket.
Yeah. Big,
Yeah, I agree.
I already got a big bulge. I don't
What
want,
would you think about a 2.5 Amigos fanny pack?
Wow.
That's in the work.
Is it? I mean,
It
you
is.
guys,
This is
really
a real-
pushing
that
this
is
hard.
That is
thing.
that is
Now-
our
now-
dream child.
So from
That
what
is
I'm,
that is where we're going in life. Does it seem right or not?
clearly you think there's a market out there for this.
If anything. The audience gets it.
Yes.
Go.
Clearly you think there's a market. I think it's a risk.
Wait a minute.
I think it's a risk.
No, that's a non-risk.
So it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
Then just do it. What are you-
Yeah, no, I know. We're just getting your insight.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it regardless.
How many
We're
other?
gonna bring the goddamn fanny pack
Are you
back.
guys gonna poll this on Facebook?
What do you mean?
Just poll.
No,
Like,
fuck,
hey,
fuck
Oh,
polling.
that's a good idea, though.
but you have to assume people would wear it. So you would say something like, What are the top 2 things you would always put in your fanny pack?
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Or
that's a good one.
That's what I was trying to get at with you, though.
Oh, okay,
Is-
sorry.
What would you put?
Yeah, what kind of cosmetics?
I would put a cell phone, a wallet.
Yeah.
Those are the go-tos.
Beer.
Chapstick.
Beer.
Chapstick.
beer.
Yeah.
You could put one beer
A
in there.
medical card, in case
Nice.
I was
Well, that'd
out,
be in your,
out
that'd be in
walking
your
about.
wallet,
Well, what
right?
if- well,
But
you
your
know,
wallet would be in your fanny pack.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're out walking about with your fanny pack. You got to make sure you have the essentials. I don't want a Band-Aid.
Mace?
Yeah.
2
Mace?
Band-Aids.
Especially when you're clubbing.
Oh my god!
You would think of something like little oomps.
In like an 8-ounce bottle of water, just in case. Who fucking
Yeah,
knows?
but you went like this. This is not 8 ounces, buddy.
8-ounce bottle of water.
An 8-pound bottle.
He's
A
like
6
he's
ounce?
like, he's like a 2.5 inch.
Yeah, 2.5 inch.
I would go with yes. You would want some sort
Bottle
of
water.
liquid. Yeah, bottle of water.
You
You,
can
want to stay.
fucking-
You want to
okay.
stay hydrated.
You can camp or not camp with it.
I guess you could.
You can backpack with it
You're
in a
pulling
sense,
out a
like.
fucking tripod
you went-
right
we-
from the
we're gonna
fanny
do-
pack.
But not camp pack.
Teepee.
Camp pack. You can. What is it called when you
Hiking?
Yes.
Wow.
Bingo.
Yes.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes.
All I saw was magic. You're the only one that saw camping out of that.
Sorry,
saw
I was
magic.
thinking. I was thinking.
He's a fairy.
Yeah, I was thinking
Walking
the.
up a hill?
I was thinking the Price is Right guy is gonna fall off the fucking cliff. He's like yodeling. That guy.
Yodeling.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That guy.
All right, cool.
let's see.
All right, guys. Well, I want to say thanks to Brandon for being on the show today.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. It's been a blast. After the little intermission, I like it.
After the sports
Break.
talk, it went a little sideways.
Sideways.
Anytime you guys want to talk sports, I'm here for you.
Yeah, shit.
Actually, I think that we should have you on before the season starts next year to kind of go in depth.
NFL.
Oh,
yeah, I'd love that.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it's always interesting to hear the off-season moves, like
Yes.
the different trades and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially leading into. I always hated preseason. I just think it's
Me too. Why watch it?
kind of, and even the superstars, they're not really playing. They play,
Maybe-
but maybe it's like a series. You're like, what was that?
Yeah.
So for you, like what I saw, okay, I don't really watch preseason, but what I did see, I saw Dak play before he was. They still had what's his face there,
Magic
Romo.
Johnson.
They still had
Oh,
Romo
Tony
there.
Romo, yeah.
They still had Romo there before he got hurt, and I saw Dak who was doing awesome in preseason. I'm like, this guy might be something
Yeah,
to
you're
fucking
right.
look at.
Yeah, you're right. You
and
see
then
stars.
and then what happened was Romo got hurt, and then Dak was the guy.
Stepped in.
So I was like, wow, like I should have, which I say that every year, like I should fucking
Should've
should
drafted
watch
him.
more preseason, or I should fucking know what's going on better, and I should know who's coming in. Because I don't watch college. That's me. That's
It's hard. There's so
It
many
is. There's
colleges.
so much.
Like, listen,
too much to watch college.
you can only take in so much information in so many sports, right? You pick
is.
your few leagues that you're into or sports.
So much.
You rarely see people say, "Oh yeah, I watch hockey, football, basketball, and baseball religiously." I watch it. You'd be like, you're
So-
watching sports all
All
day
the
long,
time.
every day. Then,
Troy.
right? So,
Yeah.
Troy.
right.
Yeah.
Is that Troy?
Troy.
Yep, that's
Well,
true.
Troy is baseball and football, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. He
He's not a
watches.
big- not a big
Like
basketball.
he watches no movies. He watches nothing but ESPN. He watches sports shit that he doesn't watch anything. That sports
I
is
love
him.
Troy. Troy, hey, listen,
Troy,
he's a Cowboy
that's
fan,
what Troy-
baby.
yeah,
Right.
I love it.
you can't knock Troy. That's what he loves. I mean, he's a sports guy, and that's
Yes, sir.
either you have it or you don't.
Yeah.
For me, like I'm more, I'm more everything else. and I
Well
guess,
said, well
right?
said.
Fuck, I don't know.
Well said.
and I love watching the Cardinals, but that's what it is.
I'm like,
They
where the
suck.
fuck you going, bro?
He was
Sorry.
going somewhere, man. We were
Nowhere.
along for the journey,
Nowhere.
baby.
Nowhere with that.
But I'd love to be back, man.
cool.
Especially if it's before next season.
Awesome.
Definitely.
All right.
Good seeing you guys.
To have you.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
we're
our segue.
that's the
That's the
outro.
outro?
Yep,
Oh, that was
jamming
fun.
out.
Awesome.
Again,
awesome.
check us out. 2.5amigos.com.
Oh.
Stop it. Knock it off.
Dot edu.
We're
.edu.
Dot edu.
Cool.
It's like a school thing.
Looking at a school thing. Hugs and kisses.
hugs and kisses. That's when we try to end the episode with hugs and kisses every time. It's pretty trendy, isn't it? It's just like, yeah, I get this beat.